It's a legend. It's Brian Kruse Control Show. Kruse Control Show. Kruse Control Show. Kruse Control Show.
Live from Los Angeles, it's Monday night. Time for Kruse Control, and here's our host, Brian Kruse.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Kruse Control. It is Monday, October 28th, 2024. Welcome back to Kruse Control, the home of entertainment news. I'm your host as always, Brian Kruse. Welcome back everybody. Hope you had a great weekend. You got everything accomplished. I'm talking about you hit that list. It's been sitting there for years. You're like, hey, I checked this shit off. Hope you got it all done. You knocked that out, made your goals, accomplished everything you wanted. Now we're back here on Monday ready to kick some ass because it is Monday. It's gonna be a fantastic Monday. So happy to have you back here on Kruse Control as always. The numbers keep going up because you. And I thank you all because we're like 3,500 and like some subscribers, like 75 subscribers. Appreciate you all so much. Thank you for being here on Kruse Control. It's gonna be a fantastic night. And good back everybody. You know her, you love her. My co-host, everybody, Miss Angela Cosell. How you doing, Angela? How you doing, Angela?
Sounds like a monkey, or I'm like trying to really recreate the Julia Roberts situation there, where you really got to get deep in that, like. I don't even know if this will, like, as you said before, like I don't even know if this will make it. Like, doesn't it get deleted out when you have this song on, or no?
It happens. It doesn't happen. You know, sometimes they tell me no. Other times they say, hey, it's fine. You know, so we'll see. Sometimes I have to like cut. Sometimes they just erase it and that's it, and then you're just dancing to no music, I guess. So
it's like, well, you know, I guess it just shows I dance to the beat of my own drum. Whatever.
Right? It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
Angela,
Huh?
hey girl.
Hey, what's up, Pepe?
Pepe's happy to see you, right, Pepe?
What's up?
It's been a minute. It's been a minute, Pepe.
How was your weekend? I know it's been. How's your week? We saw last Wednesday.
It was what?
We saw Wednesday, I think, last.
Yeah, I think it was Wednesday. Yep. It was good. It was like jam packed, you know, like some Halloween functions and events. So had some good times with that. It's always fun to dress.
Nice.
I like to dress up. I'm a Halloween fan, so
Yes,
I need to, like, you know, I got to dial it up somehow. So I was like a neon Barbie on Friday.
Nice.
And then I was
Hot. Sexy.
I gotta say this because it doesn't really work for some people. Aren't going to really know this reference, but I mean, where I grew up, there was a reference called a cake eater.
Yeah.
Cake eater was like a reference for people that were rich. I mean, I didn't grow up rich, but like
Sexy.
the town or the city I grew up in was a wealthy community. So like, I was basically blast from the past. I found like an old sweatshirt, you know, kind of put that thing on, did the pearls, the bow in the hair, you know, all that stuff. Dialed it up. So I was just kind of being one of those, a former cake eater bitch.
That's great. You got to get in there. A lot of options. What's up, Uncle Gilbert? Good to see you, man.
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it. So
well, we need pictures. I was Tom Cruise from Top Gun Maverick. I just did that. It's simple. The junk student on the flight.
Cop out.
It's so simple though. It's so simple for me. It's easy. You know.
It works for you. You're basically. I mean, You'd stand in for Tom Cruise, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, this is a little inside baseball right there for you, if you know. So it was fun. But happy early Halloween season.
I know, happy early. But I will, like I told you this before, like I'll pull out, it's like a standard for me. I do Top Gun too, like almost religiously. Like I do Kelly McGillis, though. Like
I wish I had the music. I don't have the music.
What?
I wish I had the music.
But Berlin.
GR, work on that. GR, work on that. Come on, man.
Song Berlin.
All right, Captain.
Well, good to see you. Angel, it's going to be a fun night. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
And everybody out there, Queen, Angel, good to see you. Everybody out there, we got like 300 people. Thank you for being here. I saw Uncle Gilbert. Thank you for being on Kruse Control. Appreciate you as always. But also join us back, everybody. You know me, love the thirsty daddy himself, Mr. GR Waters.
Hey, Brian. Good to be here.
How was your weekend, GR?
As we say everybody, too short.
Too short, huh? Well, it's always too short, isn't it? Weekends go by like that, GR.
Amen to that, brother.
Thirsty Daddy is here.
Right, Pappy? The thirsty daddy is always here. If it's any day ends with a Y, the thirsty daddy is here, right, GR?
You got it.
Well, thank you for being here, GR. Any big costumes for you this weekend? Any big costumes?
No, it's too boring.
We'll dress up on Wednesday. How about that?
Okay, well, hell, I got the important hat on. I'm ready for it.
He's cheering on the Dodgers, everybody.
I expect you to dress up on Wednesday.
We have to, right? We have to. Good to see you, GR. You hear everybody, you love her too. Welcome back to Kruse Control, actor, creator, writer, and amazing artist herself. Everybody, welcome back to Kruse Control, Miss Lexi Cobalt.
I have music now. Hi.
How you doing, Lexi?
Good.
Dance, girl, dance.
I'm talking to you from the dark void of my room.
Like, where are you? In the abyss?
I am. Everything's packed, so I have a single light bulb hanging from the ceiling.
Hey, being crafty.
Right. I did cute makeup tonight, and you can't see it because it's hidden in the shadows. But that's okay.
Yeah, it's Monday. It's gonna be fun.
Oh shit, Lexi!
Right. I thought about dressing up like the fat goth girl from South Park, and then I realized that's just me every day.
Oh.
You teasing a pep star?
Oh, Peppy. Okay, careful.
Well, you do eat more stickety snacks than me, so I mean, you're gonna get there one day, right?
Right, Peppy.
You don't want this smoke.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. I could outsmoke you. You know that.
I think so. You have a good weekend though, too. Good Halloween weekend or early pre-Halloween.
I mean, you're just packing.
Yeah,
it's not as fun as it could be, you know.
Dr. Debbie, Kruse Control.
I did watch a movie with Tom Cruise in it though. So
hell yeah, Tom Cruise is all night, right?
I watched Edge of Tomorrow on Netflix, and I have to say it was not good.
I like Edge of Tomorrow.
You know what? The first like 20 minutes are good, and then when they start talking and about the science behind it, it all just falls apart. And I was like, wow, this movie's terrible.
Repeat.
Because I was like, conceptually, I was here for a lot of it. Like, did you ever see that movie? I think it's got your boy in it, where he's putting like a thing where he has to repeat a train blowing up over and over and over. And you realize it's not him, it's just his brain being put through a repeat process.
Jake Gyllenhaal, right?
I thought it was your friend who's actually in real life, the one that was in Brick. I can't think of his name.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Isn't he in that one?
Was he in it? I thought that was maybe.
You might be right though. You could be right. It could be the other one. But I thought like that movie was really good, and I was like, I thought it might go that way, but instead it went like in this like bad science kind of way, and I just was like, you lost me somewhere along the lines. So, because like I don't know, the science
Quantum Leap, right? And they're like Bacula's in it for a brief second too.
No, that's the one. That's the one where they keep having to do the battle, and he keeps repeating the battle over and over. And if he doesn't get the battle just right timed, and then they realize that the whole battle's moot, and that the thing they need to kill isn't even in where they thought it was. It's in Paris, and they have to go to Paris to kill it. I'm not ruining this movie. This
So-
movie came out in the 2010s. Like, come on, guys. You have to
Anybody
see
knows in the
this now.
chat, let us know.
Right.
I can't. I'm going blank on this. I thought it
But,
was.
Netflix was taking it off in like 3 days, so I was like, well, I want to watch this because I watched it the first time I fell asleep, and I was like, I need to go back and rewatch this because I love that kind and then
I loved it.
so
Yeah.
I was
Robotic
very
noises.
thrilled for that. Now, you want to see some good Neil Blomkamp? I watched Gran Turismo. That was a masterpiece of filmmaking. Like, honest to God, that
I
was
do
one
wanna
of the
see
best
that.
films I've ever seen in my entire life.
On Netflix.
Gran Turismo is really good. Yeah, I agree.
It's not even like you have to be into cars. It's such a beautiful story. Like, it's this story.
It is.
of
It is.
dogs
Yeah,
and,
I know.
it's
I like tear up every time I watch it. I'm like, oh,
I
yeah.
cried too. I was like, the ending made me cry, and then you find out the boy from the story did all his stunt work in the
Jared,
film,
did you
and
cry?
I was like, oh my
I
god!
know.
I was like, so
I know.
cute.
It
It's
like
a great
tugs
story.
my heartstrings for sure. Yeah.
I
I'll have to
didn't-
check it out. Great
I think
movies. Great
that-
movies on Netflix.
I think that one and Barbie are two of the most respectful franchise films that I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, to be able to take something as simple as
Yeah.
Gran Turismo, which is just a video game about cars, like, and it's a good video game about cars, but I mean, like, I was like, how are you even going to make this movie? And I wasn't going to watch it. I didn't care about it at all. And I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I'll watch this. And I sat down and I watched it, and I love cars,
I-
but I was like, the concept sounded terrible. And it was
Yeah.
beautiful. What a beautiful film. Everybody
I'm gonna
deserves
check it out.
awards on it. Like, I was like,
You know, it
man.
makes you think of like the movies about a car, right? Like it gives it like a video game or something. You're
For
kind of
sure.
like,
And they
Look at
absolutely capture the
Yeah.
essence of the game in it.
Yeah.
So all the game stuff is there. Neil Blomkamp is probably one of the most competent directors I've ever seen, hands down. He's so
Yeah.
good.
Dr. Deadly is too busy with his experience to check out this movie, but Dr. Deadly, please check it out. Welcome to Kruse Control. I'll check this out. But in case you're wondering, the
Whoa,
Pep
Dr.
Star's here too.
Deadly.
Let me go to Peppy fast. Peppy, how you doing today, man? Doing good?
The fuck? Is that a serious question?
Hey, yeah, it's a serious question, man. How you doing? I always ask you. You're good.
Man, you
right?
know I get cranky if the snickety snacks ain't snickety.
Yeah, I know. So you're pretty cranky right now, huh, man? Well, should we do something good tonight? What's going on? It's Monday.
Move on. Move on.
Okay, I'll move it on. I know we've been talking too much about introductions. Good to see everybody. Welcome to Kruse Control. It's your very first time here. Happy to have you all here on a Monday. But there's a lot going on, as always, on Kruse Control. Doesn't matter what day it is. It could be a Monday, it could be a Wednesday, it could be a Friday, a Saturday, a Sunday, any week. There's always one thing going down, everybody, and that is a lot of breaking news. Come on. It's not going. It's not going? I guess not. All right, hey. The very first thing I know, right? The very first thing I want to talk about is Gavin Newsom, everybody, because Gavin Newsom has just changed, or he's trying to implement new tax incentives here in California to make it so the film business comes back to thriving like it used to here in California. Now, as it stands right now, you have about $330 million for tax incentives to productions to stay here and shoot in California. He wants to take it up to $750 million to help incentivize all these small productions that are going to, Georgia, they're going to Florida, they're trying to go to the UK, they're going to Vancouver, trying to bring them back home. Now they're going to negotiate. It's going to go to the House here in California, and the Democratic majority will have to decide if it's going to go through, and we'll work it into their 2025, 2026 budget if it does go through. And I hope so, because we need more films and more work here in California. I know like Venom shot in San Francisco a little bit, but it wouldn't help that. But Venom, they need a lot of help, everybody. Venom needed a lot of help because overall it made $175 million worldwide opening weekend. $120 million budget after marketing. You're still not quite making your bang for your buck yet for this production. $51 million here domestically, $124 overseas. We talked about it on Friday quite a bit. I still like the movie, but again, it's not looking good for the Sonyverse for their productions to keep moving forward with all these not doing well. They'll keep pushing them. Don't get me wrong. We're still getting more Madam Web like colossal bombs, but Venom was their best one so far, and everybody's hoping for Nolan and all that going to the MCU with Tom Holland and Tom Hardy eventually meeting mano a mano, but I don't really know if it's going to happen with these numbers. Hopefully, guys, because he was a great part of it. But I don't think there'll also be a sequel, and I know there won't be a sequel to this, everybody, to Harold and the Purple Crayon, because Harold and the Purple Crayon, everybody, was, came out this August, and right before it came out, Sony wanted to sell distribution rights to Netflix. They're like, hey, do you want to buy this and distribute it? It's not that we don't like the movie. It's a decent movie, but they said they were worried about it coming up against some big colossal movies like Despicable Me 4 and also Inside Out 2. And so they tried to pawn it off over to Netflix. Netflix said no, and they said the reason why is because we do not take other studios' leftovers. Oof. Other studios' leftovers. Pretty harsh, if you ask me, that you're going to say that about this, but no, they said a $40 million budget. Yeah, I know, and it made $29.2 million bucks. Didn't do that well at all. And I mean, I didn't see it. I know we talked about this before. Like Lex was saying before, like the advertising was abysmal for this. So unfortunately, if you're a fan of this,
there any, Brian?
what was that?
Was there any advertising?
I was gonna say, what
I don't-
advertising?
I don't know. There's abysmal. There's nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't. I
it
think
was-
there's been no advertising on this.
I knew about it when YouTubers were making fun of it. That's when I heard about it.
Yep. And YouTubers and TikTok are making
I
fun of
love
Megalopolis a
Zachary
lot too, everybody. Making fun of Megalopolis.
Oh,
And
yeah.
and it's a big deal. Again, look at a bomb, 120 million bucks that we spent for this movie, and you have, out of his own pocket, everybody, Francis Ford Coppola, 100 million bucks on top of everything else, and the movie still did horrible. But it's going kind of viral on TikTok right now. People are loving the lines, go back to the club, and like it's no wire hangers, and they're going back and forth. And really, what it comes down to is people reviewing this and laughing at like how ridiculous the movie is, and it's blowing up on social media and causing a cult following of its own. People want to go see it and laugh at everything about the movie. And again, I saw it. It's just a weird movie. Just a weird movie. I had no idea what was actually happening. I didn't think it was as big of a bomb as it ended up being in the box office, but it was just weird. And everyone's making fun of how weird it was. So now it's blowing up. Maybe this will become a big cult classic for Francis Ford Coppola. I don't really know. So many bombs, Queen. So many bombs. What to say? I just say throw a lot of money at a project doesn't always mean it's going to guarantee be a hit and a success. But look at like the Planet of the Apes movies, because the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes came out and it didn't do that great, but they're doing another one. They're doing 2 more. That's the plan. When they actually approved all these movies, they want to do 9 Planet of the Apes movies. They of course start with the James Franco one. They did 3 there, and they had 3 more, and now they're in their first of 3 more for this trilogy. They don't want to stop making these things, and officially now it's 2027. The next Planet of the Apes will come out, and I don't know, will Mark Wahlberg eventually be in these guys? Come on, guys, let's make it tie in somehow. That'd be kind of hilarious. I saw the last one, as you probably, if you saw it out there, it was, I think Queen saw it. I remember her saying it wasn't that good, and I wasn't a big fan of it. It's whatever.
I didn't even get through the last one.
Right? I didn't want to leave the theater, but I mean, like, go to that bunker, and then, like, that's pretty much it. Like, let's get in the bunker. And then it's like, okay, the movie's done. It really had no big impact on the apes that much. So, guys, these movies, they're going to keep going. So, and Andy Serkis is not even there anymore. He's too busy working other places. What do you do? But can't stop making these, and Nolan will not stop working either, because Nolan, too, has little plot details for his new movies. What's up, Robles? Good to see you. Happy to have you here. Angel, yeah, happy to have you here. Welcome to Kruse Control. But Nolan's plot details are kind of leaking through. Now, after we talked about this last time, there's rumored that, the Tom Holland and the Matt Damon movie, might be a vampire movie. That was the first thing. I know, Matt Damon. I love that story about Team America, that the figure came back, like he has to talk like this now. It's hilarious.
That's how we always represent Matt Damon. Matt Damon.
I bet he gets that all the time too. He's probably like, damn it. Damn it, guys.
He's such a good sport, though. He probably is fine with it.
I know. I love him. Even if people go after him, I love Matt Damon. Leave him alone. But the idea was, a rumor was this vampire-inspired movie, which I'm like, Nolan doing a vampire movie? I'd be down for that. But the latest thing coming out says now that it'll be about a pair of aerial helicopter cops with an older mentor and a younger lead. So you have Tom Holland, the lead, which they announced him as a lead, and then you have Matt Damon in there training him and making his way up. Matt Damon. This falls in line because apparently Nolan wanted to recreate an original movie that took place in, like, I think it was the 80s, called Blue Thunder, an espionage movie. And so he was kind of getting inspiration from that to make this new movie. That's what he was saying. So maybe this will be his Blue Thunder set at futuristic New York.
Oh my
God. Lexi. Yeah, interviews talking about Blue Thunder.
What
so
an inspiration.
It might be. It's not a remake of Blue Thunder. It's inspired by the events of Blue Thunder.
Go, even better.
So these rumors seem like they could tie together. And Matt Damon and Spider-Man will save the day in their copter. Get that copter.
Then. Airwolf shows up at some point, right?
Yeah, right. Well, the person who hates seeing cops, everybody, is Zachary Ty Bryan, because, oh my God, this guy's had quite the year. Home improvement star just got arrested for another felony DUI this time, because he was booked at 8:34 a.m. on October 25th. 8:34? What are you doing drinking and driving at 8:34 in the morning? That's either a long night or early start. That's all I gotta say. What do you think, GR? Early start or late night?
A real late night.
It could be, but driving under the influence and failing to produce any valid driver's license in the process too. Very interesting, very interesting. So he's already had quite a year now. He could serve up to 3 years in prison if convicted for this. And again, he had a DUI before, and also he was arrested for domestic abuse when a charge against his wife earlier this year too.
And there was that time that he was street racing in his Viper and he crashed it. Remember that?
Guys,
And
yeah.
he almost killed Lucas Black in that race and his blonde girlfriend.
Yeah, it's
Nobody knows what I'm talking about.
I didn't hear about that one, but I heard about everything else.
I was there.
Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
Dr. Deadly, it's not. This is a second
Woman.
DUI. That's a problem, Dr. Deadly. Yeah, but the problem is it's like multiple DUIs on top of the domestic abuse. He's really just in the news about this. He's just had a bad year. He just needs to listen to some Radiohead and put his head down and go to sleep. But Radiohead, guys, it's not necessarily coming back yet. Like, there's always rumors online, but like Radiohead's coming back. And now Tom York came forward and said, guys, I'm not aware of it. And I don't really give a flying fuck if it's what you guys are saying about this. So very, very abrupt and to the point. He says, no offense to anyone out there, but thanks for caring, I guess. But Radiohead is not coming back. According to him right now, they have enough money. They have their time. They're buying their time, so they need to come back. And so they took a hiatus in 2018. He says it feels like a non-problem right now for money. And so all these rumors, don't listen to him. Radiohead is taking some time, still down. When want to come back, they will. But we do have that Bruce Springsteen rocking in the USA movie biopic moving forward with Jeremy Allen White. And here's a very official still from it. The very first official still from this biopic of him dressed as the boss. I mean, it looks like Jeremy Allen White in a leather jacket, if you ask me, guys. But
yeah, it doesn't look like Springsteen. I mean,
right,
sorry. It doesn't.
right.
No.
Do you see any kind of resemblance there at all, Angela?
No.
Yeah.
Zero.
Nothing.
Can't
And that's
give it
why
to him. He's a good actor, but I can't give it that. I can't give him that credit.
Right. I can't either. Everyone's excited about it. But
Yeah.
he's not the boss. But maybe someone out there
he's
thinks
not
he's the boss.
no.
I don't know. I don't see the boss here. I just
Tony
don't.
Danza's the boss. We know who the boss is.
Tony Danza is the boss.
Angela, actually, aka me. She's the boss.
Angela's the boss. She's the big boss here. Don't mess with Angela, everybody out there in chat. Don't mess with her. She'll play the smackdown. That's all I'm saying, Just
But
like
will she really?
I mean, GR. Round of applause for laying the smackdown, everybody. Please.
That's
Yeah,
what
she'll
you
lay the
do behind.
smackdown. She'll lay the smackdown like Amy Adams will lay the smackdown in every role she does, everybody. Amy Adams moving forward with their new production called Lazy Susans. Lazy Susans is it's a new comedy from 20th Century Studios about a group of moms who form a rock band. And this is based on a true story because during the pandemic, a bunch of women a real group of women of housewives in Boston got together and formed a COVID pandemic rock band, everybody. And so now the movie's coming forward. She's executive producing it and also starring it. It sounds pretty cool. And maybe it might be a fun, like, kind of comedy coming out there and I love Amy Adams. So besides that Night Bitch movie coming out, she does everything great. I'm not sure about the Night Bitch movie. I'm just not sold on
Oh
it.
my god! Do we even know how well that did? I forgot at the box office.
I don't think it's. I mean, I think it's like a here and gone. I haven't heard anything about it since we talked
I
about the
never
trailer.
even heard. I think it was like in and out of there, like 3
That movie
seconds.
looked so fucking bad.
Based on a true story, Angel. Based on a true story. Don't mess with Angela when it comes to things. Don't mess with Amy when it comes to acting roles, and don't mess with Chappell Roan when you're acting the red carpet because she'll get fucking pissed too, everybody. But Chappell Roan right now was over at Netflix Olivia Rodrigo Guts World Tour concert documentary Red Carpet on Friday, and she pointed at the paparazzi that came after her last time she was on the red carpet, and she started yelling at the person saying like, "You were so disrespectful to me at the Grammys. You yelled at me at the Grammy party. I remember you. You were rude to me, and you must apologize right now." And the person actually apologized. Publicist pulled her away. But again, like she's gone through a lot of stuff with PR people, with again, paparazzi, with on top of that, fans coming after her. It's hard being this like exposed to being this big popular person now out of nowhere. So she has a lot of adjusting going through, but she's a tough cookie and don't mess with her, really don't. But mess with those Redbox machines, everybody, because the Redbox machines, if they're still out there, apparently, now I know I sent the Thirsty Daddy, our correspondent out there in the field, to find out that the Redbox near him had any DVDs still in it. And he said, wait, hold on. Let me go to GR fast. GR, did you find any DVDs in that Redbox machine nearby you?
Well, of the two places that they were a week ago, one was empty and the other one is gone.
Okay.
Oh,
And you're probably wondering why. Because apparently, since there's no money going anywhere anymore, there's no accounts attached to the red boxes. So if you put your card in, it doesn't get charged, and you have to keep the DVDs. Keep the DVDs. And you get like a little red box packet. You don't have to return it, and there's no one going to charge you for them. So if you have a red box near you, you can get free DVDs right now. Round of applause for free DVDs from Redbox. So try it out. GR could not find me by us, but if there is one by you, try it. But the thing is, though, too, some of these are being sold off, and people's information, like their email and their like zip code and some information about, of course, their queue, what they've been like renting, are exposed, and that information is floating out there based off these machines not being wiped appropriately. But Redbox, everybody, who'd have thought? Get some free DVDs, everybody. Get some free fucking DVDs. Well, a lot of breaking news, everybody.
get people's credit card information out of them, because if you buy a Redbox, you can hack the machine in 2 seconds flat because it's the easiest thing to hack, and then you can get everybody's credit card information out of that machine.
Boom! That we do not condone that at Kruse Control. We do not condone that.
I was shocked by that. Like, they were talking about the people that were buying them, because I sent you those. I've been sending you nonstop Redbox articles, because these Redbox articles are insane. Like, they're so crazy. I keep getting a article every day about these things. But the one that really got me was that people are buying the machines for less than like $2,000, because you can buy them if they're not the ones that are in fixed positions. And then when people plug them in, they were like, "Wow! Like, I got into the machine's software, and like within seconds, I was able to access every single person's information that used this machine before." And they were like, and they said it didn't. They said that it was like C++ level like hacking, like, which if you're a computer person, you'll understand. Like, that's like DOS level code. Like, it's the easiest thing in the world to hack these things. And then the amount of like personal data that's
Lexi, who said it was C++ grade or level?
The article that I was reading, like, they were saying because it was done by an individual, and they put up a video and they said, "I'm not showing you exactly what I did because I don't want people to go out and do it." But they were like, when I showed, they were like, "But the basics of what I did was so simple that like if anybody knows, they're gonna know," kind of thing. And that's what's like that's what's scary about it, is that like anybody who knows what they're doing at all within 2 seconds are going to be able to get into these machines and get so much people's personal information. They said the credit card stuff, it doesn't have like 4 of the numbers are missing, but they said there's enough information there on every number and what have you to basically get everything. And you got to remember that like the typical audience that used the red boxes were lower income, so it's really going to hit lower income people.
That's a good point, Lexi. That's freaking sad too, right?
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Yeah.
It's like, it's hard enough right now.
I remember the day actually where Redbox was like, that's where you went to go get the new releases. Because that was about and I'll say when that was. That was 2011. I remember specific stuff, but it was 2011, and you'd go to where they had red boxes, and you would go get your, like the new release. They'd have all the new stuff, so you go get it. But like, I mean, that's not surprising to me, because like I have tons of network security clients I've worked with and all of it, and it's absolutely freaking terrifying how you can, like, and going to these conferences and seeing how people tap and hack into your data.
Oh yeah, it's so easy.
It will freak you out. You will never want to use your own. Like, basically, here's like the thing that everybody can take with them: don't use your own personal card. Don't use your debit card. Don't use your links to your bank. A credit card, that's fine. Something that's not going to your actual like account, your bank account. Because if you read in the fine print with your banks, you're not always guaranteed to get money back if money gets taken out and gets hacked.
Well,
unfortunately, you're not
pay
guaranteed.
attention for skimmers on things too, because like the skimmers are being put on every single gas pump nowadays and stuff like that. That's how they're getting most people. And the skimmers they just pop out just a little bit. They don't look too much different, so most people won't notice them.
And what you want to do is you want to actually, with those, so with my clients and what we do at the conferences, you actually want to go and you want to, if you ever think something looks suspicious when you put your card in, and I'm sorry to say, it is at a lot of mom and pop shops.
Yep.
You still want to look at it at a main, like a regular gas station or place. But if you think something looks odd, just literally grab it and kind of move it and wiggle it. And if it's wiggling, that means it's probably a skimmer, and you don't want to put your card in it. So kind of FYI to anyone listening, don't do it then. Take it with you. It's been with me since 2011, since I started working with clients in that space.
It's so sad they do that.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skimmers are
Yeah.
a big thing right now.
You don't
The-
want
the-
this?
Everywhere.
You know
It-
what's
it
really funny with those red boxes too is that
Yeah.
each one that's hooked into a store, they're hooked into the power of the store, and they're costing these stores like thousands of dollars and like
Jeez.
Yeah.
resources because
Stupid.
they're running like power to the red boxes, and they can't disconnect them because they're directly wired into the stores. And so like Walgreens is saying like this is costing us $10,000 a month on average just to power these red box stores, if not more.
Yeah.
The Walmarts are in the same position. So all these stores are like, please get rid of these machines, but like
Let 'em go.
because they're literally cemented into the concrete of the stores, wired into the stores. They can't just pick the machines up and move them. And so they're saying like the cost to remove the red boxes from in front of the stores and then unwire them from their stores will cost them an average of like 10 grand or more. And so they're just like leaving them there, but it's draining on their resources so hard that they don't know what to do with them. So these red boxes are literally like becoming a massive, like almost.
They should have to take them out. They should have to pull them. I mean, they put them there. I mean, it's
Yeah,
90% of them that existed toward the last few years were not wired. Sorry, Lexi, but I know a number of those locations. They were inside the stores now where they can be unplugged.
oh,
They took it
that's
off.
actually that's a
They
great
took it
thing
off.
if that was happening because that's a waste of energy for everybody. Gr, that's a waste of resources. Like, and
Yeah.
these things are just fucking like big ass paperweights now. I mean, again, paperweights you can get free DVDs out of. You know, but
Well, and that company, Chicken
If you
Soup,
can find one,
Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment owns the Redbox.
That's
So
perfect.
and they're going through Chapter 7, I believe, and bankruptcy. So, but it doesn't. Regardless, they're still responsible for those, the boxes in terms of like any cyber hacking, any of that kind of stuff, information going out. Like that's on them. Like they're in big shit for that. If they have
Yeah.
I would think, yeah.
information and data being leaked, you're in a big. I mean, doesn't matter if you're in Chapter 7. I mean, I guess add it to the list, but like there's only so much they can do with that. But at the same time, I mean, they're still liable. So
yeah,
that's kind of food for thought. But literally, that's the name of their
Okay.
company. But it's
The
screwed
DVD
up.
days.
I mean, I haven't. By the way, I haven't rented a Redbox since probably 2011, before we had pretty much streaming kind of is the main thing. But like,
it's been a long
Yeah.
time for me too.
I,
You know, people did rely on them.
your
People relied
information's
on
in there. Your
I
information's
liked
in
that
there.
I got to a point with the Redbox where I was getting so many free rentals that
Oh,
like
really?
it became viable for me to use it because it was like for every third, like it was like every second or third rental I was getting a free one. And like it once that stopped, I stopped using it. But like there was a point there where I was just getting free rental. And so like
Right.
I was working their system, and like that's the only reason I used it, was the fact that I was getting so much free rental out of the box. And other than that, there was no real instead. Unlike the fact
We're definitely gonna get fucked, Lexi. If you
They're gonna get you, Lexi. They're gonna
Right.
find you. They're gonna find you. They're gonna find
figure
you.
it
But these DVDs, I mean, the DVD days are still here for some people. Physical media, it's sad to see this kind of go away, just like Blockbuster. And
Yeah.
I remember Mammoth Video when I was young too. That was a thing.
Yeah.
And but this is sad. Hopefully that they get this rectified, because that's a lot of people's information floating out there. And as Lexi said too, it's like a lot of people that are like can't really afford to have that out there, aren't making that much money, and it's really sad that their stuff is leaking and probably having more legal problems. But a lot of breaking news, everybody. A lot of breaking news. We need to keep this ship rolling, everybody, because now it's that time for all my guests to have that 1 minute on the clock. Give me what to say. Is there? Woo! There, hot takes. Come on, everybody. Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, now it's time for those hot takes. This is that time to put 1 minute on the clock, and all my guests get 1 minute to break down all their hot takes and all the latest breaking news. Now we got like 12 topics tonight. Can they hit every topic in that 12 minute? In that 1 minute? Brain. Or will the bomb blow up and that's it? They don't make it. But it doesn't really matter, honestly, guys. End of the day, we're having a good time. It's a fun game. You as the audience decide who is the winner of Hot Takes. Who will be the Hot Take Master for this Monday edition of Kruse Control. Let's find out. Let's go to the panel. Who's going first for the Hot Takes now? Woo! Angela, help me out.
Oh, yeah.
Who should go
Okay.
first for the Hot Takes?
Lexi, you're up.
Oh, all right.
Throwing it right in there.
Go, girl. Take it down.
All right, Lexi. How you feeling? Feeling good, smooth, fresh, ready for these hot takes?
Got it.
I got this. We're good.
Oh, All right, Lexi. Here we go. Let's get these hot takes. I know you've got this. I believe in you. You've been doing it for a long time. You're a hot takes professional. Here we go. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Nuisance tax credit increasing. Get some more jobs. Get them away from Perry's studio down in Georgia. Venom 3's opening weekend. I don't expect Venom to ever do well, so I didn't know they were ever successful to begin with. Netflix turned down Peril and Purple Crayon. What? You guys run such garbage on that channel? How could you possibly turn down that? This movie must be abysmal if you guys don't want it. Megalopolis on TikTok doing big. Honestly, if this movie sucks as bad as people are saying and it gets big on TikTok, that's going to pump this film up. Next, Planet of the Apes. Cool. I like Planet of the Apes. These movies are actually really good. Christopher Nolan's movie. This sounds so fucking stupid. Zachary Ty Bryan arrested again? Oh my god, get your shit together. Get some Home Improvement. Radiohead reunion. That was never gonna happen. Radiohead doesn't like each other. Bruce Springsteen. No. Lazy Susan. That looks like shit, but you know, people were doing their shit during the pandemic. I think it's kind of interesting to see. Leave Chappell Roan alone! Redbox splitting out DVDs. Go get some free DVDs, boys and girls. Get some free shit.
it.
Anytime you get free shit, get it.
Great hot takes. Woo! How's it feel, Lexi? Great hot takes. Great hot takes. Woo! Woo! All right. Can those hot takes be beaten? That's the question. Angela, you gonna go first or send over to the parched papa over there?
Parched Papa. I'm gonna go last. So.
Oh, the Parched Papa.
It's Parched Papa.
Excuse me,
Time.
thirsty daddy, youngsters.
What was
I
that?
can't hear you.
Apes.
Yeah, I hear you, Peppy.
I'm ignoring you.
Oh, damn, Peppy.
Harsh.
Peppy's just an alcoholic.
Want to be dogs. They all act like that.
Yeah, he's just an alcoholic.
Guys,
That's what we
I
talk
am
about all the
not
time.
an alcoholic, and I'm serious about this.
He's a-
I don't know where these rumors
he's a
are coming
cursed
from,
puppy.
but it's not me.
You can't listen to this fool.
The parched puppy.
The parched puppy.
Don't fuck around.
Okay, Peppy. All right, Thirsty Daddy is time, everybody. GR, how you feeling? Feeling good? Buttery, ready to rock and roll? Got that popcorn? Smash it down, eat that shit, get a fucking Slim Jim, slam that down, do some hot takes?
Let's just do the hot takes.
All right, GR, let's do it. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Newsom, incentive increase. About time, but of course it had to happen. It's politics time. Venom 3, I still like the movie, even if the public didn't. Purple Crayon, who gives a fuck? It was stupid. Megalopolis and TikTok, well, the making of a new cult classic. The new Ape movie, in only 3 years. Gee, not long at all. Nolan films about helicopter pilots. My question is, will it fly? But the boy's got more legal problems than the partner has, so who cares? Yeah, the Radiohead, he said it best. He doesn't give a fuck. He took my line, Delegap. You know, Jeremy Ellen White is Bruce? I don't think so. Lazy Susan? Who gives a shit? Nolan? That bitch needs to shut her mouth and go away. Redbox is gone. Oh well.
It's done. Great hot takes, GR! Woo, the Thirsty Daddy in the house! How's it feel, GR?
It's marvelous. Get them all in.
Get them all in, GR. Get them all in. Great hot takes, GR. The Thirsty Daddy, everybody.
Thank you.
Great hot takes.
Nice job, GR.
All right.
Joke was fantastic.
Like that.
It's really good.
That's awesome. Angela, I guess it's down to you now. You're last, right?
I guess it's me.
All right,
We're
you feeling
gonna
good about
do
this?
it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go.
All right, here we go, Angela.
Get on that timer bomb.
Let's make this happen. I know you're ready, so here we go. Hot takes, hot takes, hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
politics, Gavin Newsom, good job. But at the same time, I think that we need to go elsewhere outside of California. Venom, I think it's great. I'm glad that it's a super huge hit in China. That's no big surprise to me. Zachary Levi and Harold and the Purple Crayon. I think that's he's perfect for that adaptation. So I think he'll do great. Coppola Megalopolis, that whole thing, it just seems weird to me. Dilligap. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I'm always interested in the sequels, prequels, everything. So let's see what happens. Christopher Nolan, Helicopter Focus. I'm all in. You know, he's a master of skeptical. Zachary, Ty Bryan. I mean, dude, it's time to cut the drinking, bro. Maybe for your second one. Jeremy Allen White. I don't think you can be Springstein, but like, good luck to you. You're a great actor. Amy Adams, lover. I can't wait to see your comedy in this. Chappell Roan, sex those mother effers. Redbox, free rentals. I don't do DVDs anymore, but Zachary Levi is going to be great at what he does.
Woo! Great hot takes, Angela.
Oh my god, that was fast. It was like at the end, like trying to get a breath.
Great hot takes. I know it goes by so fast.
I'm like, this was one number right here.
What, did you hit yourself?
No, I just felt like a numbing in my like sinus cavity.
Well,
I love hot takes. She starts beating
I
herself.
know, it was like,
God,
it was like,
hot takes.
Hot takes. Like, oh my god. No.
Well,
Hot
As
takes.
soon as
It'll
she
be
gets
okay.
a whoop, 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 she keeps eating herself.
great hot takes.
I know,
I'm putting it out there.
They're like, woofing.
Woofing straight through. Well, I put out there right now in the chat, everybody. Vote, 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 vote. If you're on YouTube, of course, that's what the polls are. I don't know if it goes across everywhere, but it's out there right now. So please vote if you can for our winner of Hot Takes for this Monday edition of Kruse Control. So appreciate you as always for being here. Okay, so we got some time. You guys are both going around the table a little bit here. GR, come on, Jeremy Allen White. You don't see it? You're a Boss fan, right? You don't see that?
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit. A little scotch.
He looks like a little kid that got dressed up for Halloween.
Oh, jeez. So you're not gonna watch this, huh? Is it making you not want to see the movie?
I wasn't going to see it anyway because I hate biopics because most of them are terrible.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes they are. There can be some good stuff in there once in a while. Once in a very great while. How about that Nolan movie? You're a fan of Nolan, I know. You think that's a good premise, the cop thing?
Like I said in the hot take, will it fly? Probably not.
Yeah. I would rather see the vampire. Give me a vampire movie with Christopher Nolan. Come on, guys.
Blood.
Can Christopher Nolan make a vampire helicopter pilot movie based off?
Ooh, there's a good take.
Hey.
There we go.
We need Tom Cruise. We need Tom Cruise in there, though. I mean, without Tom.
I'm so here for that.
Yeah.
And some great vampire running. You know what I mean? He's even
Funny
faster
boy.
because he's got that vampire blood, you know? Going.
Tom Cruise does some shockingly strange.
Does the vampire have to bite slowly? Mm.
Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. That'd
He
be
uses
interesting.
a helicopter to get to his locations.
Yeah.
It's like that movie Night Flyer from Stephen King, but less interesting.
It could be fascinating. I just don't know. I think these rumors are still way out there. He'll announce this before you know. We'll get something eventually from him, but he's holding back. I don't know why he's holding back for so long. Usually Nolan releases this information quicker, so it must be something cool, maybe. I know Lexi's not a fan of Nolan's. We won't go on to this too long. Wait, this is actually kind of fun. So we were having a conversation about Nolan the other day, and Lexi was asking Angela if she likes Nolan movies. She wasn't quite sure. So between the two of you, now you're both in the show at the same time. Why is it that women aren't liking Christopher Nolan? What's going on here? Angela, Lexi, you got any kind of answers for me on this?
Okay, Lex, you can take the lead here for a second. I'm going to put on my glasses.
I think Christopher Nolan is a director who is predominantly appealing for middle-aged men. His stuff is... all of his stuff makes he doesn't put any female protagonists in any of his films, and the women that he does have in his films, he doesn't treat them with respect. I would say for sure. I think his best film is The Prestige, genuinely, and I think that is like a strong film in the fact that it's the first time he has genuinely good narrative structure in a film. The thing that makes Nolan films good, the strength of Nolan films, are set pieces, spectacular effects, great audio design, great a male lead that a lot of other men latch onto. And so I think the fact that there are strong set pieces and there are these great effects and these great male leads, that the rest of the film sort of becomes, because he's good at world building, but he's absolutely fucking abysmal at plot, narrative structure, pacing, moving the plot from point A to point B. And so I think like the stuff that men gravitate to in these films are those things. They're like, oh, the set pieces are great. Oh, these effects were great. And I think a lot of times, and I don't want to lower people's intelligence because I don't think it's always an intelligence thing, but I do think that you don't always have to be smart to watch Nolan's films, but Nolan's films will make you think you're smart. And so, because there's a lot of like weird pseudoscience in his films, like look at something like was it Interstellar? Interstellar is an absolutely abysmal film. I couldn't stand that movie.
I love Interstellar.
And like I wanted, and like I'll tell you, I want to like these movies when I go into them, especially like back in the day. Like when I started out, Memento sounded like a great movie. It was terrible, and I feel like
Memento's great. You hated Memento too?
Oh, everything. I've never liked anything except the Prestige, and I genuinely love Darren Aronofsky. And I think that you could sit in a lot of ways and compare Aronofsky to Nolan in the fact that there are a lot of commonalities between the types of films that they tackle and the strength of their directing. But I think where Aronofsky excels and Nolan fails is that Aronofsky has lower budgets. He's okay with lower budgets because at the end of the day, his plots are better, his narrative structure is better, he knows how to move characters from point A to point B, and he knows how to make a good film. I will tell you, there are films from him I don't like. I don't like The Fountain. I think that Mama, or Mother, or whatever, was terrible. But I still think...
that was absolutely awful. I agree with you. I hate it. Oh, God.
It's funny because like The Fountain's my favorite movie he did. That's my favorite one, Lexi, is The Fountain. I think most of his movies don't make sense. A lot of them. You were saying narrative, but they go all over the place.
8 times I watched The Fountain to try and like that film because I think it's a beautiful film. I just couldn't like it. But with Nolan's films, it's like
so good.
I watch it and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, I find myself constantly just watching these films and going like, what the fuck am I watching? Like over and over and over.
Yeah.
I mean, what's that one, Inception? That is the stupidest fucking movie I've ever seen. And by the way,
we don't talk shit about Inception on this show. We do not talk shit about Inception.
You want to talk straight up? He stole that film from the anime Paprika. Paprika is a much better film. And if you really want to watch a good movie, watch Paprika. Paprika is done by the same director who did...
I don't think our viewers agree with you, Lexi.
Perfect Blue's director is one of the greatest anime directors of all time. He died at a very young age. Like he made 3 of the most beautiful films ever made, and then he died. And Paprika was one of his last films. And there are multiple people who will go in and say, Nolan stole Paprika for Inception because Paprika came before Inception. And I do think there are a lot of things that
so good.
It's
so good though.
I mean, yeah, but how good was Tenet?
Yeah, Tenet was not. Tenet wasn't exactly. He was my least favorite movie for they did. Tenet was my least favorite.
Tenet perfectly sums up a lot of the stuff. I saw Oppenheimer, and as someone who has written several reports on the atomic bomb in school, is someone who is obsessed with atomic heritage. I moved to Nevada and went to the atomic testing sites because I was so obsessed with like atomic testing. I love atomic history. You
didn't like Oppenheimer?
Oppenheimer was one of the worst films I've ever seen.
Oh geez, Lexi. Okay, we gotta give Angela a second here. I know you're hating on Nolan a lot. Angela, what do you got here? Do you agree with Lexi on all these points? Is there any kind of shining light?
I think Aaron, like Aronofsky's like Darren. different, a little bit different.
Walking down the
Whoa. Yeah, no, I mean, I think that like I do think that Christopher Nolan's movies tend to like have like that, yeah, like it's central to some sort of male, like there's a conflict, some mental issue, there's something with he like exactly what Lexi is talking about, like there's like a, this it's always centered around male figures, and then like maybe females are kind of brought in on like a sort of side piece, but like his films are not, I mean, I don't know, I know, I'm sorry, Inception, I was kind of like, what is happening right now here? I mean, it was interesting in certain parts, and then I was kind of like, oh wow, but yeah, like Interstellar, I don't know, I just like, I can't say my socks were blown off in terms of, I guess, where he was as a director and his films. Not my favorite, but like, yeah, I mean, Aronofsky, like I think his films are a bit more tasteful for me in terms of what I like, but that's my opinion. So you guys have your opinion. But I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of in a similar area of what Lexi feels about that, because it's just.
We can't give Nolan any love here tonight, can we? GR and I will. I mean, right, GR?
Wait, it's not that I'm not giving him love, but I'm not, I'm just kind of like, like I'm just sort of, I'm just right here. I
might be like kind of biased because I did work with him a bunch, so maybe I am a little biased. Like there's like a special place in my heart for Inception.
You got paid, Brian. I'm just kidding.
I got paid. I'll never tell.
That's how I knew I was a woman, because I don't like Christopher Nolan films.
If I was a woman, he'd be like, wait, I'm sorry, Angela, what do you want? What are you doing here? I want all my men on set. Get out of here.
No,
I know why you were there, Brian.
I've genuinely never gotten into him. Like day one, I've never liked him, and like I said, like I also get exhausted at the fact that he is praised as heavily he is, so and I do think that
like,
it's exhausting.
Your opinion, even if it's wrong.
No, I mean, well, I do think that there are a lot of directors who don't get a chance in the Academy, and that they do seem to have his awards already polished up inside of. Like you said, he's making a new movie. I guarantee he's going to get something for it. No question, he's going to get something for it. And I don't think it's reasonable that he gets handed as much as he does. Like, it seems like there's too many opportunities.
I mean, it always stays with the class of director. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really. Yeah. You don't really expand outside to these new, up and coming independent film directors. It's always the very. Like we want to stay with those Scorseses, the Aronofsky, you know what I mean? The Nolans, it's just everybody, the Murphy, like everybody wants to stay, like.
It's exhausting, though. Like you gotta step outside of that, because how are you gonna get other people to get another chance? How are you gonna really show? Like it shows the stagnation of the Academy as a whole. The Academy basically is like, well, these 5 people are gonna get it. Like, and so it tells me it's like I said with the Grammys. There's no validity to the Grammys either. Like when you see artists who have been there for it's like,
I wish I had Nolan's career.
There are genuine artists who have been in this industry for more than 30 years who are top tier. Like, why has Daft Punk never won a Grammy? How does Daft Punk never won a Grammy? But Skrillex has.
My question is, why does the Parch Papa always win hot takes? We do have a winner of hot takes, everybody. We got to keep this ship moving. Appreciate you all. We can talk about Nolan for a long time, and I know there's a lot on this side of the room. That'll give us a lot of feedback and fight back from this side of the room. And I see GR, he can't say much about it. I know Peppy.
Show me some love.
Our viewers are on our side, not hers.
Yep. But we do have winner of hot takes, so congratulations.
You are all men. So.
All right.
We haven't met any of them.
We have no idea, but we do know, or I know, who the winner of Hot Takes is for this Monday edition of Kruse Control. And our winner of Hot Takes is Angela Costello. Congratulations, Angela! Woo,
Are you kidding? What? Oh my god.
Congratulations, Angela. Great hot takes.
I don't know. Thanks, but I got a tough crowd here. I mean, like Lexi's like a scientist when it comes to this stuff. I feel like I'm in a lecture course. Thank you, Professor.
You gotta watch out for
GR's just, I know how you are, GR. You're just like so to the point. You're so good at that.
You know it.
I take it and I give it to everybody because everybody's got great hot takes. So there you go.
Yeah.
Thank you all winners.
You're the and we're winners because you're here watching us on Kruse Control as well. So thank you here. Please like and subscribe if you like this so far. Join that group if you can, the membership if you can. But spread that word. The numbers are going up because of you. And thank you all for being here on this Monday edition of Kruse Control. But we got a lot going on beyond the hot takes, breaking news. There is some more conversation pieces I want to have about tonight. So one thing happening is we talked about Alien versus Predator on Friday, but now there's been this mystery Alien Predator movie, but now I find out that it might be a Predator animated trilogy moving forward. Can we talk about that in our reboot, remake, redo of the day? So they're talking about an animated anthology moving forward with the Predator series. Now we have Prey already, which did great for them. They're working on another one, Predator Badlands, which is coming out next year. And then they're like, there's this mystery one that's done too coming out next year before the next Predator movie. Now the idea is they're saying an animated anthology series. So beyond that, not much ideas, but 3 separate stories that will focus on predators fighting against warriors across multiple eras. We're talking about predators versus pirates. We're gonna have predators versus samurais. That's the idea. Different eras, different time, predators hunting that big skull to get the grand scheme, the grand prize. But director Dan Trachtenberg, who did Prey, is behind this as well. He's not giving much more information beyond that, but he's not even confirming that it's going to be this animated version. But that's what's leaking right now online. Do we like that? Do we love that? Is it a bad idea, good idea, upside down, around about? I'm excited a little bit about it, but I just don't know, because the thing about the Predator movies, if you ask me, is they need to be about like the hunt, the kill. I mean, they could do this kind of like they're doing the Tomb Raider series on Netflix. They did that new Terminator series on Netflix. Maybe they fall in line with something like that. It's interesting, but they're talking about feature films, like going to a theater. So for a Predator movie to go from what they did for Prey to go to this animated form, it just seems weird to me. It just seems weird. We have 3 of these. I like the idea of like Predator versus Samurais. That's kind of cool. I mean, we're doing Predator versus Caveman. We don't want that shit. The caveman died right away. That's not entertaining. Samurais are cool. Pirates are interesting. We're on pirate ships, maybe. Maybe we got Johnny Depp in there too. We have Johnny Depp versus pirates. That's a cool crossover, guys. Predator versus pirates. Let's do that shit. I'm about that all day. That'd be a fun movie. Make some big bucks. It'd be like Jason versus Freddy. Be kind of like that, but you have Johnny Depp in there running around with rum
Johnny
and the
Depp
Predator.
beat that in 2 seconds flat. He'd have his skull so quick.
He might be. But there's this whole like movement because
Captain
Jack,
They could
Johnny Depp.
trade dreadlock tips. They could be like, I like your dreads. And he's like, I like your dreads.
Yeah.
I think it's fascinating though that the Alien movies have all these spin-offs. Now we're getting the Predator ones for all these spin-offs. It's like an 80s resurgence into this like alien lore. Angela, are you here for this? Do you like the Predator movies? And you think that they're already doing success?
I am like always super into the Predator. Like, I love it. I do love Predator. Even if it's not good, I will still just because, Aliens, Predator, they're like, I really am surprised we haven't seen like a Terminator Predator. Like at this point, a Terminator, Alien, Predator. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then Gremlins and then Chucky. Maybe they'll just throw them all together at some point. Like they're somehow like interconnected.
The Halloween hunt.
Okay, so now I gave away just like extremely valuable intel for like show creation. So if anyone does this, I know where you got it from. I'm coming after you. So be prepared.
I seen the chat a lot to Angela. They're saying it's been done a lot before, which it has been. That's why I say it's kind of a reboot because they've done this before. Is it just like, is there nothing else they can do, honestly, anymore?
We always talk about these things, right? They tap into what makes.
That's amazing.
I'm waiting for South Park characters to pop up. I feel like the Predator, you need to have that visceral like experience with like, you know, I don't know if the animation. I mean, look like he's like a gut going on, almost like are they boobs? Or what
This is not from it. This is not from it. This is some
okay,
random.
yeah. I'm like, what is going on? That is definitely a straight South Park version. I mean, yeah, if it's maybe, you know, it could be interesting. Like I definitely would give it a go and watch it. I mean,
Do you like the idea of it being theatrical though? I mean, or would this be like better for streaming?
You know, I think, well, I mean, they want to try, I mean, theatrical Predator, like it makes
The butts in the
money.
seats.
Puts
You know?
butts in the seats, but eyeballs on the screen. Yeah. So like, and it's money, it's cash money. So yeah, I think that would be the reason to do theatrical and then do a, you know, have that run for like maybe 6 weeks and then go into maybe 6 to 8.
That's a long run nowadays.
Yeah.
It seems like it.
No, but there's like no movie choices. Like it's like nothing. I mean, you go to the theater, there's like 4 or 5, you know, it's not a lot of movies that are decent to want to go see. So maybe like a 4 or 6 week run and then it'll go into on a streaming network platform. They I mean, they hit you up for like $20, right, to rent. So
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm excited to see Predator lore, like, you know, I mean, expand beyond its like kind of like the gritty jungle urban landscapes. Like, I think it's kind of a, you know,
Well, pirates, like the pirates. Can you imagine like shiver me timbers? I'm at this predator right here. Let's fight him off. Can you imagine that?
Yeah. I mean, I think that one's a little harder to imagine. I mean, you naturally associate when you watch Predator. It's like, it's always got that jungle vibe, you know, like when they were in the you know, all the different ones are been, it's like, I can't say I was like a fan. I mean, were you fans of the, like some of the ones where they were like, what was it? Like they were in Iowa or something and like Cedar Rapids. It's like, what the fuck? I mean, I'm like, what?
You're talking that second AVP film. That's one of the worst.
Yeah, like what, I don't even know what it was like.
That is a joke of a film. Like, whoa. The only thing about that is that it's like got some of the best practical effects and costumes I've ever seen in one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It's like, why did you spend so much on these like great suits and costumes and like the aliens all look good, the predators all look so good. Like they look so much better than the ones from the first film. But like the first film's terrible, but like compared to this film, the first film's a masterpiece. Like, what the fuck is this?
I don't know.
What's happening?
I don't know what happened. I don't know why.
The AVP2 film is like the worst film ever. Where the kid and his dad are hunting in the woods, and the face hugger like. Yeah. Oh man, that movie is so bad. It's like everybody's dead instantly. I'm like,
can an animated form like truly capture that, Lexi? That like craziness of the hunt and what they're doing. Yeah. Do you see this being like more successful than the other ones? Is it more successful, you think?
I don't think more successful because, like, you know, the constant like discussions that we have on the show. I find the reactions that we see with the comments often on the show, not being negative, just like the reactions that we see of people most of the time. And there seems to still be, at least in this country, sort of like a negativity towards animated content. They still seem to think it's like for kids or what have you. But like we're definitely growing as a country. We're definitely moving towards more adult animated content. And thankfully, we're not just making sitcoms anymore. And if this is an American product, I'd super like to see that. You know, I like to see that happen. That Terminator anime, by the way, on Netflix, one of the best things I have ever seen. You want to talk about feeling refreshed for the franchise? That was the way to go. Like, when you need to refresh things, I've often found that sometimes animated content is absolutely the way to go. The Animatrix was one of the best things to do. Or the Matrix. I mean, that was outside of the actual Matrix, the first Matrix film. The Animatrix is the next best, like, Matrix film, all hands down, and that is one of the best Matrix films. I think the animated Riddick film, Dark Fury, the one that was done by Peter Chung, one of the best Riddick films I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, that was so good. That was the route to go. I'm like, that film was excellent. There was nothing bad about
it. Okay, what's going on here?
Like this world.
I think you're
Am I back yet?
We're back. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So as far as this is concerned, I wasn't.
We lost Lexi. But I think what, the thing is too, it's like to make this work is very crazy to me. I don't know, maybe it could be big, maybe it could be big. Oh, there she is.
Okay.
What about the samurai thing?
I love it. I love Prey. I think Prey was an interesting idea. I didn't like the movie overall, but I think Prey was a good idea. I mean, here's the thing. If you read the Dark Horse comics and you're familiar with what they've taken Predator and done, and the first Predator film and the second Predator film in particular, the concept of Predator is they hunt, right? That's all they are. They're just a species of things that hunt. Is it simplistic? Absolutely. I think sometimes the simplest concepts are the best concepts. And so what do you want from a Predator film? You want a Predator and you want a really excellent showdown. I think taking different parts of history and taking the best warriors from every type of history and saying, well, how would this guy handle a Predator? Or how would this guy handle a Predator? I mean, I've been looking at the Wolverine Predator stuff. That shit's so badass. Like, this Wolverine Predator comic stuff that I'm looking at right now and the way that they've actually been fighting with each other since 1910 and going back and forth, I'm like, it's so interesting. It's so... when you really get into Predator lore and you really start, seeing what people can do with it and stuff, and not, look at the movies alone and see what other people do when they get with the animated content and when they really get into it, and, the original AVP stuff, the old Dark Horse AVP stuff before the films. It's so cool.
I want to see George Washington versus Predator. That's what I want to see. Abe Lincoln, Predator Hunter. Come on, guys.
Oh, that'd be great. But honestly, think about what's interesting with what makes the first Predator film interesting is that Arnold Schwarzenegger and the Predator are brawny and equally matched. So you have a brawny fight, right? The second film is an intelligence versus the brawn. And so now you have to see how he can use wits to fight the Predator because he doesn't have the brawn. Now you have the Native American woman that's fighting the Predator and has to use literally sticks and stones to fight something that has, cyber
break my bones.
There's so much intrigue there. And the Predators as a species respect people who have, those skill sets. And so they themselves will turn around and be like, I see you got some skills. I'm going to lay my own weapons down and come at you and really throw it down. And that's what makes a Predator intriguing, is that a Predator's whole existence is just the hunt, the fight. And so when they find a match that's even to them, they get horny for it, and then they take their stuff off, and that's when you really see the battle. Oh, absolutely they do. And they jump right into that. They take their mask off, they take all their tools off. They're like, I'm gonna bare knuckle brawl this person. They take all their stuff off and they just jump right into it. They want to mud wrestle.
I feel like when there was they didn't know what to do when they were
Did it!
Oh, Peppy.
He's probably a friend of Diddy's.
Oh my
Probably
God.
is.
We don't want to say it.
You're getting Peppy all hot to trot.
Can I get a pet?
Are we Diddy buddying this?
No, Peppy, no pets.
They're getting horny, getting hot. GR, does that work in an animated form? Horny, hot predators with some samurais and some ninja action?
Brian, none of these people in real life could touch. You look back to the original Predator, the guy could turn invisible. I'm sorry, none of these fucking jokers would last more than 20 seconds.
Because of the take of the science, pretty much, right? You're saying the science, the facts of the mechanics of it all.
I mean, come on. In the movies, of course, Arnold had to win, because he's the hero. But in real life,
Talking about
hey, I'm sorry. I'm talking reality. Life and death situations are a lot different than they are in the movies. And then these comic book versions of the Predator, I'll pass on them. You wouldn't put my ass in a seat.
But is there anything, GR, that would work better in animated form than it would actually in live action?
Oh, there's got to be something.
It's cheaper, right? It's always cheaper. So that's always a big win for the studio. I mean, yeah, pay your animators, of course, but nowadays, AI that shit or something, you know what I mean? They're like, hey, yeah, animators,
Animation opens your door. It's so much, you know what I mean?
I love animation.
With Terminator, right?
I have nothing against animation. I just think
right.
The reality, I guess it strikes me because, I've been fought in that, not with a predator, but I've been fought by other people that want to kill you. And that technology that guy had, or animal, or whatever he is, there's no way any of the foes that I've seen in the movies would touch this guy. They'd be dead that fast.
Damn, you know what, GR? You just got the best idea ever. Predator versus GR. Oh my God, I want to see it. I want to see it.
Predator versus GR. Yep, that's it.
Thirsty Daddy Predator.
I can admit I'd get my ass kicked.
Yeah, GR, you freaking dominate this Predator. I feel like you get in there.
Throw slap some clay on you, and
GR be like back in the Hayes heyday. He'd be like covered in mud, like Arnold crawling through the freaking the jungle.
Fine. Don't even laugh about that.
You know the Mandalorian race.
Mud mask on, you'll be good to go. No.
Yeah,
Mandalorian
but
Star
see
Wars
the invisible guy to do anything with him, man. That's the problem, Angela.
What?
It's really hard to kill an invisible person. If you can't see him, you can't shoot him.
Well, he's not fully invisible. He has like a semi-cloak, so like when he moves, it ripples. So as long as he's standing still, but like if he moves around and stuff, it's only like sort of a semi-cloak. So it's like jungle.
It's like
the jungle works.
Jellyfish go through the water. You're like,
yeah, it's optical camouflage, and actually, like they've been making optical camouflage.
You got it, Brian.
I think a samurai would be weird though. Samurai, like, what the fuck is happening? It's a cool concept. I mean, animated is interesting. Again, these are just like coming out. They're saying this is a rumor happening. I don't know. I'm just like, I would think it'd be live action. There's whole Alien vs Predator rumor too, but they're waiting to do like their Avengers team up.
Thank you, Doctor.
I love animation. If they could do animation like let me see. If I pull this picture back up, like this one, Angela. If it was something like this, like you, if it was something cool like that, like we're actually getting we're getting hand drawn in here. We're getting actual animators coming in here and making this. We're not just doing the computer stuff. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Did you see the Terminator one though? Okay. The Terminator one.
Yeah,
I agree. That looks good. I mean, if it's like that, and not like this is South Park. Like male man boobs and gut going on. No, I can't.
Angela, you don't want this, Angela? Like the new Predator show coming out on Adult Swim.
Yeah, it's like, hey man, what's up?
That looks great.
That's one of my neighbors.
I thought that was your ex-wife, GR.
No, not the animated one, the other one. You know.
Okay.
The funny one isn't my ex-wife.
I'm intrigued to see where they go with this.
Jeez.
GR.
She hasn't watched this episode.
I don't give a shit.
Well, I'm bringing sexy back.
Wait,
okay,
what?
Peppy. Guess Peppy's bringing sexy back. Okay, Pep Star.
I said, if she's watching, she knows how I feel already.
Yikes.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Well, she definitely knows, GR. Animated version moving forward. It'd be good, bad. Let us know in the chat, and that's the idea. That's what the biggest rumor right now. And Trachtenberg is not like saying no, it's not happening. He's kind of adding fuel to the fire. So it seems like maybe we're getting this trilogy. Give me some samurais and some Predator. I just think that should be cool live action too. So
I like Angel's idea, a comedy starring the Predator.
Hell, fuck yeah, why not?
Yeah,
why not? He's doing stand up on Santa Monica Boulevard. His times are tough, you know. It's great. He's working his way up. He might get a next big Netflix special before you know it. Predator and Friends. I can't wait to see what happens with that.
I like that.
Predator and Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Predator and Tommy Boy and Predator. It might be fascinating. Might be fascinating. And it also sounds like the next MrBeast video, everybody. MrBeast is in trouble. He's in trouble. He's in trouble. Oh, so much happened, MrBeast. Can we talk about MrBeast? So if you don't know who MrBeast is, which I'd imagine most people do out there because he is like this big YouTube sensation out there, 26 years old, fucking 26 years old, Jimmy Donaldson. Right. I can't believe how young he is. He's got all these problems, like more money, more problems, they say, right, everybody? 320 million subscribers and counting. He makes about 54 million bucks a year, which give me that money. Come on, guys, let's get there. Like and subscribe. Let's get there.
Doesn't deserve it. Doesn't deserve that.
Yeah, he doesn't. But, he does risky scenarios and there's controversy coming around his whole channel recently. Of course, there's a Lunchley thing coming out where they found mold in it and he was working hand in hand with Logan Paul. Moldy lunch leaves. People are going nuts about that, but that's not his only problem too. He also has like people are calling fraud for some of his videos being allegedly staged and his content being like not real, which again people are getting pissed about. On top of that, a video resurfaced about him just spewing just racial and homophobic slurs, and he hit a whole statement in August being like, "As I'm sorry, guys, I'm sorry, I'm apologizing for that." Then he's been blamed for unsafe work conditions recently for his Amazon reality show Beast Games. And he's, there's a whole lawsuit going on with that. And one of the people actually exposing that moving forward came forward over the weekend to talk about another thing, because one of his actual co-workers on his show was accused for, oh man, sexual assault with a minor. And this stuff always keeps coming in. I hate to talk about this. He's calling them
several.
Yeah. Several. He's calling them massive lies, twisted truth. But again, you already have all these allegations. People are coming after you, of course. Like, he's got all these subscribers, but the stuff that's coming forward, it's the evidence that's coming forward, that's going to the FBI, because now it's been sent to the FBI for a big investigation. I'm like, I don't know. This is according to Rosanna Pacino, who was doing she's really going after him. She also had Dogpack 404 from YouTube, who used to work for MrBeast, coming forward talking about this. But there was a telegraph. It's called telegram communication between all of him and his co-workers. Now, he didn't say his actual name on that. He was calling himself like Mr. Smith or John Smith on this whole thing. And and so these allegations, because one of his co-workers, who again was Ava Chris Tyson, for grooming a young child, was part of this chat, sending images back and forth of young children who are the explicit content there. There's a picture of like a bed, like a kid's car bed, being like, let's go for a ride. There was also like sick shit. There's like images of like animated young children. There was one with making fun of a 26-year-old who was with a young underage girl too, and there's sexual assaults moving forward.
I'm a big fan of Shadman.
I don't know what Shadman is.
Shadman is a known animator of child pornography, and he has several Shadman posters up on the walls of his home.
Jeez, that's not good either. But these messages, though, Lexi, came out. They're from 2020 to 2021. These chats, these logging chats from his actual employer with all the employees, and these things aren't good, because he's part of these. He's joking about Ava, and like Ava's saying that I want to read the exact thing because it's fucked up. Ava said like I am a let me find the actual line for you guys, because it's like I'm asexual. I'm asexual predator, and he's laughing at this. There's a photo of a young child with a caption. There's Nazi stuff in there. There was a picture of Ivanka Trump, and they were saying that she was 13, and you can see her, see her naked. But that came out later that she was actually 18 in that photo. But still, they were under the guise that she was underage, and they're joking about it. And he's saying, "I bet Chris would love this anime because it's about an underage person." It's just fucked up. And even Ava was grooming a person when they were like 13 years old, and Ava was like 20, and they were sending sexual pictures and graphics and imagery and all this shit. It's not right. And he's releasing a lot of stuff for children, a lot of content for children on top of that. And he's saying that, he didn't know about this as a personal investigation going against Ava, but this whole Telegram thing came out with all their correspondence, and they showed the whole thing, and now people are going nuts. Now it's going to the FBI. I just think, you're MrBeast. You got the whole world in your hands pretty much when it comes to YouTube. How do you fucking let this shit happen? How do you surround yourself? And that's what people are saying online. How do you surround yourself by someone like this? How do you not be more careful? And this was his friend, and his friend was putting it out there. Again, fired, gone now. And, I didn't know about this. But a lot of these text messages these Telegram messages seem like he did know this was going on, joking about it openly. This is a problem. It's a problem. It's always, I think so too, Angela. It's always a problem.
He's had protection for years. This has been going on since the early 2010s. People have known, people have been trying to call it out, but he has power. He has power and money. And he's one of the big creators
kid stuff,
on the
Alexi.
Everything he makes is for kids. Every single piece of content he makes is for kids. He knows his demographic is 13 and under. All of his content is aimed at 13 and under. So let's go through the dirt of it. He has
these are allegations. One more time, everybody. Allegations. These are something that was released on Telegram. We're not sure if these they have been vetted, and they say these are accurate. It's under John Smith. It's not his name, but they have actually verified that it is him through multiple sources, that he is the person in the Telegram messages back and forth through this private chat.
You said it. And the guy sounds like a dirtbag, but until he goes to court and he's proven it, it's a legend. You can
Yep.
put all the shit you want
Mhm.
from the videos till it goes to court and everybody gets to say their side. It's
Yeah.
a legend. I mean, the guy may be a dirtbag, and I don't doubt it's possible he is, because there's two, as our viewer reviews have said, there's a lot of dirtbags out there.
Yeah, there are, GR. We talked about Diddy recently, too, about all those allegations, too, GR.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
yeah, before I'm going to Lexi in a second. One second, Lexi, because I know GR is going off dirtbag, but GR, do you think that people will attack? I mean, people already attack him. I mean, 20, that's like millions of subscribers, right? Is this going to affect his brand, you think?
Oh, hell yes. And if a third of what we've heard is true, of the dirtbag ends up in jail, and you'll have a real good time, because they love pedophiles in the prison system.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not saying that he is a pedophile, but some of the things that he was kind of supporting throughout their chat and laughing at, and homophobic stuff he's saying too. It's like a lot of people are really like, this guy is they're saying he's a dirtbag pretty much. And I honestly hate that shit. When I hear about this shit, we said about Diddy, you don't fucking touch children, don't mess with fucking children, you don't do that. That's a big thing on Kruse Control. Kruse Control, don't fuck with children. I just think it's crazy. Lexi does have a pet duck. His name is Bobbins. Lexi. I know. Lexi, I know you're very versed in this too. There's a lot of allegations, and you've been like really, really going after him too. As Rosalind has been going after him, a lot of people have been going after him. Millions of people going after him. Is this just more par for the course? A guy that shouldn't have the fame that he actually has? So,
the thing that makes YouTube interesting and the MrBeast stuff interesting is that, like, okay, so there's the incredibly predatory lotteries. Hey, you buy my shirt, you buy 10 shirts from me, I'll give you $1,000. So he convinces kids to buy 10 shirts from him. He'll send like $1,000, and the kids don't get the money.
What the fuck, right? Really?
Yeah, it happens all the time. He does lotteries, and the lotteries are not legal because he is a YouTuber, and because YouTube doesn't have regulation over, like the FCC doesn't have regulation over YouTube. Like all that stuff that was created. Like the 80s when we were having all of the branding that was like, like the cartoons that were advertisements, and like all the way that they advertised to us, and basically they were like, you can't do this anymore. This is illegal. And they created all these rules and laws about the way that you can advertise products to children. YouTubers don't have to follow any of those rules. All those rules don't exist for YouTubers. So YouTubers, Logan Paul, MrBeast, we love you, YouTube. KSI, the three people who have created, those are the three people who created Lunchly, by the way. Those three people have, since their inceptions on YouTube, specifically marketed products at kids in manipulative ways that are illegal. They're literally using tactics that are, so that's how they've built their careers, is marketing to children and getting kids.
It's a big market.
It's incredible. It's a huge market. And they've been doing it through like incredibly monstrous, disgusting, like viral marketing campaigns and stuff like this. So their brands are built on that. Now, Jimmy is known as using people's like disabilities to like film for content. Like, oh, I'm gonna help this many blind people, and it's like, okay, he's gonna help them, but really, like, it's not helping them, and it's to get views. So he's constantly
exploiting. He exploits.
It's exploitation of disabilities or lesser people. He's known as a poverty. I can't remember what the word was. Like a poverty something or whatever. But like he goes to places specifically because this will create content. So it's not just about like creating extreme content.
These are staged a lot, right? They're staged.
Yeah,
is that true?
Staged. And actually, there are photoshops. There are literal, like they've gone back and proven. If you can look at some of this stuff, he's used AI on some. There's a house. You can look at the house is literally warping in spots, like on the video, like it's just moving. You know what I mean? Like the AI creates warping effects and stuff because it's been manipulated digitally to make it look like the house was rebuilt. He just rebuilt a hospital that they were saying he rebuilt the hospital, but he didn't rebuild the hospital. The hospital was already half finished, and he went in and made the hospital look more dilapidated and falling apart so that he can make it look like he did more. He didn't. The hospital was in the process of being whatever. He came over and did a little bit of assistance. So there's ways he could have helped, but he doesn't help. It's all for marketing and branding. Those are small things in comparison to the fact that people have been calling him out on this stuff since, like I said, the mid-2010s. I personally have had a problem with MrBeast since I'd say 2013, 2014. And I was like, I never liked this guy. I said, something's up with him. Something's creepy about him. Now,
Why does he have so many followers? Is it because of his, like, the risky games
children.
he's doing?
It's children. It's because, remember I talked to you before about the Coco Melon stuff where I said that the editing that he uses that rapid fire editing, the thing with the attention spans, nothing is ever on the screen for more than 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds. Everything that he makes, short form content, like even though his videos will even be 30 minutes, if you watch them, you're not actually getting anything. Like I've watched one of his videos from start to finish. I watched that one recently where he put people in a bunker because I was like, okay, I'll watch this bunker video because I want to see this. I watched that one that came out, I think, like about a few months ago when all the controversy was going on. I wanted to see it. The editing that he uses is just rapid fire. You never actually get engrossed in anything, and you don't really learn anything about the people because it's like it's all manipulative editing content. And at the end of the day, it's all he spreads like piles of money. He throws piles of money at people all the time, and he's always like, well, I'll give you money.
$54 million a year. That's fucking crazy.
And it's exploitive. I mean, we're talking about he saw Squid Games and said, I'm going to make Squid Games. And said that was a good idea. And he was the first person to do that. Now, I know that they've since made the game show out of it, but he was someone who literally saw that show and went, that's beautiful. I'm going to do that. That's a show I'm going to take the idea from and run with it, and like has done that. Beast Games has come back with more injuries than anything that we've ever seen on the set. He doesn't hire through, you guys are all union here. He doesn't use union workers on any of his stuff to intentionally avoid union paying, union contracts.
All reality shows do that, though. They all get away with that shit. They just do it because they know.
He won't, because he's on YouTube in particular, he won't use anything that he knows that he has to follow regulations on because he doesn't want to follow those regulations. He's known for this. This is known for this. His company, the HR of his company is his mother. So
hey, Mom.
Is his mom running his PR too? Because
his mom is also involved in the PR, but actually the PR firm that he has now is the same PR firm for Harvey Weinstein. So
great.
He went and got Harvey Weinstein's PR firm to help him recently with all of the controversy that's going on.
You mean, are you talking about Slated?
Yeah. So he has them.
I'm surprised that they're even associated with him right now.
What's Slata? Is it it's a PR company? Slata, it's called?
Slated. Big,
Slated.
That's like a big PR firm, like massive. Yeah.
He, in the midst of all of this controversy, chose to go work with Logan Paul, who has so many lawsuits under his belt, it's not even funny. The Prime stuff is like ridiculous. I've talked about Prime on here before. I've talked about all the stuff with Logan Paul before. I'm a big.
It has electrolytes, right?
Oh, it does. I'm a big follower of Logan Paul's
career. That's my
career.
industry too, though. That's my business. So I mean, I work with those people, and it's like I hear all kinds of crazy stuff. But like,
it's insane how much Logan Paul gets in trouble on a day-to-day basis. Like, Logan has somehow beaten Jake Paul as being the worst Paul brother, which is amazing. I mean, he had Donald Trump on his show and was shilling Prime at the same time that he had Donald Trump on his show to help with the election. He literally gave a 20% bump to Trump by having him on his show.
Everybody does that on their podcast. They pimp their material. You know what I mean? They're going to pimp their stuff.
Yeah.
Especially with a big figure like that. People are going to.
He did it. He was he's like, so there's stuff going on in Gaza. So anyway, Prime, and he's just like shilling Prime in the middle of like talking about like whatever, and people are just horrified by it. But Logan Paul.
Anyways, Kruse Control is brought to you by Pepe's Snickety Snacks. I'm just kidding.
No. So you go and work with Logan Paul, who's in the middle of one of the biggest crypto scandals right now, one of the biggest lawsuits ever, being sued by Prime, and you create Lunchly to compete with Lunchables. Oh, and you get KSI involved, who's also one of the most controversial figures on the platform, who's also involved in lawsuits, who's also doing the same thing.
Is that the agency?
No, KSI is the African-American gentleman that you saw in the picture there. He's the third party that also sells Prime. And
I mean about KSA, because KSA is going through a lot of lawsuits too here in LA.
AUSI, the new station in San Diego.
And so you have three of the largest scumbags on the platform who market stuff to kids come out with Lunchly, and then the Lunchly's full of incorrect facts. It's not nutritionally better than a Lunchable, which is saying something because a Lunchable is already not nutritionally
Those are all
good.
microplastic foods, which are freaking absolutely horrible for you and
then
shouldn't even be on the market. But yeah,
the
How
thing
are they
is,
moldy though? How are they moldy? It's like because like those things are supposed to last forever, right? I know the expiration is wrong.
The Rosanna Cancino showed us that the reason that they're moldy is because, one, he's choosing to put real cheese in these products, and two, because he's not using pasteurization on his products. The seals, which, the glue that goes around the outside of it, the glue is not on properly around the cheese in some of these, and so the air is able to get into the cheese, and the cheese is molding. And so they're not doing quality control on these products, and they're putting them out. Some of these products say that they're 2 months up, they expire in December, and they're already moldy. And it's not just Rosanna Pansino. She showed that there are multiple people, and it's funny that, I think the thing that gives it credit is Rosanna Pansino going after him. If anybody's familiar with Rosanna Pansino, she's a very celebrated celebrity chef on Food Network.
Is she like 14 million subscribers or something like that?
Yeah.
She has multiple shows about making cakes. She's a cake maker.
I like cakes.
She's a judge on multiple food shows. She's had multiple shows on Netflix. She's had multiple shows on Food Network. This is not a small media personality choosing to go after him. And what he did was...
Lexi, will there be ramifications for his shit, though? Will there be any kind of ramifications? Because he's been doing this, you were saying, he's been doing it. There's a lot of history, I know. He's been doing this for a long time. Like, is this really going to do anything to him? Because it's like one thing happens, the next thing happens, the next thing... So, will the FBI do anything, you think?
I mean, he hired a known predator as his...
Answer the question, Lexi.
I am answering it. He hired a known predator as one of his HR people. That was one of the first things, a known pedophile predator that he included in the videos. He then has, Chris Tyson transitioned. And
into Ava Tyson,
into Ava. And so that right there created all this stuff where he was supporting the community, but then also then it was shown he's not supporting the LGBT community because he's been saying all sorts of negative slurs behind the back. And then also has been supporting a person who was putting out all kinds of child porn stuff and has been supporting other creators of child porn on the platform, not just but has been known to hang out with and is a supporter of multiple creators of child porn content on the platform itself and have hung out with them for years. And then there's a third party that he hired who was this African-American gentleman who was known for creating porn and also
so he's all in it.
Kids. And so there's 3 people that he's had on his staff alone who have backgrounds on this, as well as multiple other people on his staff who have backgrounds in abuse to their spouses and partners and things like that have backgrounds of like multiple abuse allegations. And so even if he himself is somehow clear, he also has a manifesto showing that the workplace he creates supports these things. It says that we want to support the boys and all of their content. Like his manifesto literally says, we support the boys and all they do. Boys will be boys. Allow boys to be boys. These are things that he has created in the workplace. So he has created a workplace that encourages these things. And so if
he has to go down, like if this comes out, this stuff's all real. Lexi, he has to like. There's got to be some kind of ramifications, right?
I don't know how he can come out of this clean. I don't know how.
It doesn't seem like it.
And with the Lunchly stuff on top of that, with the amount of mold that's coming back in the Lunchly and all that stuff.
With children's nutrition, you're sending children. Or you have an employee that's sending adult content to other children. It's just. I mean, you're laughing about it. You're creating jokes about it. It's.
Which part of his allegations do you think will topple him? The child porn allegations, the shady employees, all that, or if we just eliminate all of that, the food products being sold to children that are marketed in a shady way, that are full of mold, that have doctors and people in that industry saying like this product is not healthy the way, because he's trying to sell it as a healthy product, and those are the key words. You can't say this is a healthy product.
No Lunchable is a healthy product.
Right. Well, that's the same with Prime.
It's processed meat and crackers.
Right.
You know?
So when
This
you
is-
sit there and you say it's healthy and you say Prime is good for you and that Prime has more electrolytes, when they're literally saying Prime is
It's idiocracy. It's idiocracy. Let's say what it is.
It's about cash money, right? Let's get real. Like this is if this was my client, I would be like, listen, you're clearly doing this for the money. It's
what
not
would you
that
say-
believe this product is, you know.
Could they survive, Angela? Do you think, if this is your client?
What's that?
Oh, it's still there. Could you survive? If this is your client. Is there a way of getting out of this, you think?
Yeah, I mean, yikes. I mean, it's not good when you got the FBI going snooping in your business because obviously something's there. You know what I mean? That they're looking into. I mean, I don't really think. I mean, if this was I mean, I don't know if I'd have anyone I haven't had anyone, to be honest, that's like that. So I haven't had to, necessarily worry about. I mean, anything with any child issues or
any kind of assault.
that's not. I can't have anything to do with you. Like that's just a ethical boundary that I can't cross. And it's happened like not entirely on that level, but like with domestic abuse with women and stuff like that. Like I cannot represent or have anything to do with anyone like that. It's just not my. It goes against my own thing. But with this situation, I mean, I think it comes down to the whole like thing with the children. This guy's brand is destroyed. So I don't even know if brand rep management can come back and help this guy out. I mean, right now he's going to be in probably a slew of legal problems, is what it's looking like to me based on this information. So it's kind of like a get your shit and run. Whoever is, get out of there.
Sponsorships are probably dropped, right, Angela?
What?
Are you surprised sponsorships are still there?
Yeah, I mean, and I think the reason they're not probably there is based on whatever. I mean, I don't contractually, like I know how a lot of these work, so they would have an automatic out at this point based on what they should have in their contracts and the rider clauses that, if there is any kind of not malice, but if there's any kind of like situation like this arising where you're in question with like legal authorities, any authorities that affect whatever, FBI, police, and you're doing stuff like on this level, like this is even an allegation, you can get the hell out. You've got an out in your clause as a sponsor, you're gone. So from my work that I do and the contracts I've done, that's totally an out. Your breach of contract, it's done. Doesn't matter. You don't need to it doesn't have to be confirmed. It just needs to be put out there. And the fact that it would be out there would be reason for someone to leave. So unless he's got his attorneys on it or something where they're sticking around, I find that kind of interesting, to be honest, if they're still there.
He has so many lawyers right now. He's got like a giant team of lawyers who are not letting him say a word. Like,
and I'm going to be honest, I don't know how much money he's actually worth, but it won't matter for shit because every single dollar will be gone that he has.
Yeah.
For his legal
$54 million a year he makes.
Right. And how long has he been doing that, making $54 million a year since 20?
Probably like for the past at least 10 years, probably.
Think so? Okay. So
he's the richest YouTuber out there currently, and he has the highest subscriber account of any YouTuber. He actually had a special play button made just for him because of the subscriber count he made. It's only made just for him.
GR was there with him for a while, but then GR left.
Okay, I'm not a follower of this guy. I've never really even participated in his content.
You wouldn't want to watch it. It would not interest you. Like,
no, I'm not
genuinely.
No. Yeah.
This idiot is and I don't know the guy or care to, but he's a prime example of why the parents in this bloody country need to get their head out of their ass and learn what their kids are watching.
Amen, GR. Woo! There you go.
Applause for Thirsty Daddy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I mean, it's just now getting to the FBI. There's something going on here.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. If this guy is really this bad, the FBI would have been all over his ass like stink on garbage.
Yeah.
So there's something going on here. And until it goes to court, like I said 20 minutes ago, we don't know shit.
Yeah.
We think we do.
Yeah.
Oh, God, we know because it's there and we see it. No, you don't know shit. Sorry,
There's a
people.
lot. There's a lot, GR. That's why everybody's going nuts about it. There's a lot. And it's
Hey,
like, because he's so influential on YouTube.
Brian, has he been
Yeah.
arrested?
Not yet. Nope.
And it doesn't mean shit. Until
Yeah.
till he gets arrested, this is all alleged bullshit. Until
People
he gets
work
arrested.
with him have.
People that what,
I don't
Lexi?
agree with you,
People
Lexi.
who work with him have.
I believe
people have,
firmly
yes.
in the legal system, and in that man, he may be the dirtbag of all time. He may be right up there with P. Diddy and the other asshole. But
Harvey Weinstein?
yeah, well, I can't even say his name. But the
Yeah.
bottom line is, nobody in this country is guilty until he gets a day in court.
Yeah.
And that's why this is.
I don't
Even our
know.
viewers are basically saying that, Brian.
I don't know if it's
Yeah.
about. I think like what the like not to cut you off, Jared, but I think with him in particular, I don't know if like that. Maybe like now, because like Rosanna Pansino actually is the one who sent the stuff to the FBI with this. They were like, "Whoa, I think maybe now we can finally say something." But I think up to this point, it wasn't about trying to get him arrested. It was about getting people to understand that this is not a good person and that this is not a philanthropist, and
Yeah.
that it's not someone that you should be investing your time and money and into, and that you shouldn't be letting your kids watching, and that you shouldn't be giving it the time of day. And I think that was what the initial campaign was just to get people to understand that MrBeast is not a good person and to stop supporting him, because on the platform, so many high-level creators were scared of him, and he had this,
Oh, that's bullshit.
because he's
Why?
the top creator. Why would you fuck with the top creator when he has the power, right? So you're going to work with him instead of like say shit about him, because
The
if you
power
say
can
shit
be
about
taken away
MrBeast,
very easily.
Stop.
right?
Power can be
Well,
taken
well,
away
Did he did it?
as much as you can get it. So I would say the sponsors of this individual, if you know what you're doing, okay, like we work on that same level. Like if you know what you're doing, you would get your ass out of there now.
absolutely.
I mean,
Let him go.
based on reading this, I
Fucking
don't
run.
even care. Like it doesn't matter. My brand, I would be gone. Like if my brand, if a client was my brand and representing, and I would be like, right now we would have already had a massive, like a long time ago conversation. I would say we need to pull out, get out of this now. It's not worth the risk of everything else that's going on, because that's not what you want to be associated with, right?
Amazon definitely regrets working with him. Like they're like, we will not work with him again. They're pulling out.
Yeah,
You're not even sure if they're going to air Beast games at this point. Like there's been discussion about if it's even going to go on air or not. And they spent a lot of money on this, but they're like, because of how many people were injured on this, because of like the fallout from it, they're not even sure if they're going to air it anymore. Amazon's like, oh man, this was the worst thing we ever invested in. Genuinely.
Yeah, I mean, they've invested in a lot of shit though too. Like I'm surprised they keep putting more money in that Lord of the Rings show. You know what I mean? They just keep putting money into that. So I mean, I just think that overall it's like it's controversial. It's a lot. There's a lot of context for what he's gone through back and forth. Allegations and more keep coming out. And I think that, you know, if these things have even like a little inkling of truth to them, like GR said, he will end up in court sometime. We will see those cuffs on them.
I think
and
that's
then
what we want. We want to see, like, I think we want to see it go that way. A lot of people want to see it go that way, because I think that there is a deeper, but I think right now, more than anything, we'll just want to see him get canceled. Like, they just want to see like demonetization on his channel, and they just want to see
that's the first step.
Some pull back on like, him getting contracts with Walmart all the time and contracts with this and contract. I mean, he's almost exclusive with Walmart. All of his product is sold at Walmart. So I mean, like, that's the thing. It's like we've got to get some pullback on this guy, and we've got to stop pretending that he's a philanthropist. I can't say that word.
Yeah, well, he's not a philanthropist. He's something else. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't.
And he
Allegedly, whatever. I know that, I mean, as a journalist, I've been saying that I mean, I get it. So nothing's like written in stone until it is. But like at the same time, if it walks like a duck, I don't know. Like,
no,
David Daffy is one of
now
our viewers.
Ava needs to see some jail time. Ava's the one that needs to get in trouble. Ava definitely needs
grooming
to
a guy when he's 13 years old till you're 20 or some shit like that. It's not cool.
So much evidence, and all of the people that he's groomed have now come forward since, like, because they were kids and they were scared when they were kids, and they're like, "I'm an adult now. I'm willing to talk about this." Like,
Drops
so
low.
there's very strong possibility that Ava will get in trouble, which that will hurt MrBeast's reputation because he's in the background of all of these videos with these Shadman posters on the wall, literally like engaging in these videos. They've gone through and edited these.
Disgusting. I can't even I don't even give this person the time of our day. It's so gross.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. Be done. Whatever's right, Angela. Whatever he's been doing, he needs to stop. Take away his subscribers. Take away his sponsorships. Take all that away. If this shit's real, get the fuck off YouTube.
Therapy. Get yourself in a place that can help get your whatever, your mind straight or whatever the fuck is going on.
Less MrBeast, more Scribbity Toilet.
Yeah, you clearly stay away from kids. You understand?
Peppy, what? Stay the fuck away from kids.
Ooh, look at you getting all physical.
Peppy, what do you gotta say to MrBeast?
I'll make you pick my shit up.
There we go. Listen to Peppy.
Yeah.
Right, Peppy?
I'm the motherfucking pep star.
But you know,
Well,
you guys
Mr.
know
Beast.
how I feel, right? It's just it's kids, and this is all. It's disgusting, and I can't stand to see people go against their grain just to get $1. You know, sure. Listen, it's great to get sponsorships. It's great to have people endorse you, and it's nice to see that fat check coming in. But at the same time, if you aren't going to eat it, if you're not going to do it, if you're not going to wear it, if you're not going to consume it, if you're not going to fly on it, if you're not going to drive it, do not represent it. Okay. If it does not have anything to do with what you do in your normal lifestyle, okay, then you don't need it. I mean, you wouldn't, then you don't need it. There's plenty of brands out there, okay, to work with and other people that resonate with what you actually like and you do. So actually do things that are related to that. That's a big thing. I talk about this stuff all the time, but that's what you should be doing. You don't need to work with Red Bull or some other lunch company that has moldy cheese. I mean, it's going, I don't get, it's I'm sorry, but I'm not going to do anything just to get a paycheck. I'm going to be pretty rigid about who I would work with and, people that come to me for those types. You can't just take anything and get $1 and then just, hey, you guys, you're 13, you watch my channel. They're highly influential, right? They're just little sponges, looking to, and the parents need to be better about getting on top of their kids for sure. Social media is a dangerous place. It is. And and I'm on board. I'm totally with you, GR, on that. Parents, stop, sitting in another room and doing whatever the hell else you're doing. Get on top of your kids, grab their cell phones, look at what they're doing, look at what they're doing on the internet, control that shit. Go get parental controls, do what you got to do, and take the reins. You can't just let your kids be lazy and just louse about doing whatever they want. You need to get in there and make some moves and take action.
They call Gen Alpha the tablet
Exactly
generation.
correct.
What's that?
They call Gen Alpha the tablet generation.
Yeah. It drives me nuts. I hate elusive parents. I can't stand parents like that. And I'm sorry, when you're a kid that's underage, you've got kids in your house and you're letting them watch the internet and doing that is on you. I'm going to put that on you 100%. So get on top of it. Get to being a parent and start regulate. Damn it.
Do better.
Do better.
Whew.
Be better.
Yeah.
Do better. Okay.
Yeah.
And my question is, are they going to do better with 3 more movies and a new trilogy for 28 years later? That's my question. Let's find out in our feature story of the night. I want to say 28 days later. I didn't want to say 28 days later, but 28 years later is apparently going to be a trilogy. And the first two movies are shot, guys. First two movies are shot, done, in the can on your iPhone 15 Pro Max, because they shot an iPhone 15. So that was the thing we talked about before. Which is crazy. Ray Fiennes was talking about this. Ray Fiennes is one of the leads in this. We have Aaron Taylor Johnson's in this too. Jodie Comer's in here. Jack O'Connell. And Cillian Murphy is coming back to play Jim again in these movies. But they're saying it's a slow burn. He starts off small and throughout the trilogy becomes bigger and bigger and bigger as a part of this whole new trilogy of 28. It's weird to say like 28 years later is gonna be a whole new trilogy. It just feels like they have nothing else. We're going back to the freaking 90s, just like doing another trilogy off something that didn't really even have a trilogy before, and they're making a trilogy because it's cheap to show on iPhones. I mean, I get it. Boyle was great. He's great. I love his stuff. Danny Boyle, great stuff. But I just think this is just like. I wasn't a big fan of it. It's not really a zombie movie. It's an infection movie, but it's a zombie movie, but it's not. We've had this argument multiple times in the show. It's got violent, rapid humans. No, okay. But Ray Fiennes came forward to talk about it. He says, it's Britain. It's 28 years later. This terrible plague has infected people who are violent, rabid humans with a few pockets of unaffected communities that are still out there. And it centers around a young boy who wants to find a doctor to help out his mother who is dying from the infection. Okay. So he leads him through this whole situation where he finds a doctor through woods and infected people and all that, and eventually they get to this doctor and they're a force for good that's trying to push forward to get rid of this whole pathogen that's destroying the world. Now, like I said, Cillian Murphy will be back. He's part of this. Maybe he's the doctor. That would kind of make sense. Why not be a part of this whole thing and build and build and build? But he said it's a surprising way that Cillian Murphy does come back, and you'll be very excited about it. Now, the second one's called 28 Years Later, Part 2, The Bone Temple. No name for the third one yet, but we have 1 and 2 coming, and the first one's by Boyle. The second one is Doyle, and the second one's by Nina DaCosta, who directed Little Woods, The Candyman, and The Marvels, which is not really a great thing to put in your resume, I don't think. But you know what? It's a movie coming out June 20th, 2025. We're gonna get some more 28 years later, and we're gonna be doing these for 28 years later too. On top of that, I think I'm just like the first man. I'm like, cool. Is Cillian Murphy gonna be in it? Oh, all right. Oh, we're gonna do. We already shot 2. Oh, all right. 3. Guys, why? Gr, you got 3 in you, man. You got 3 more 28 movies in you.
No.
Come on, Gr, you want this so bad. You were telling me behind the and backstage in the green room how excited you are, right?
Yeah.
Liar, pants on fire. I'm sorry, man, but the original movie was pretty good. Second one, and 3 more. Yeah, thank you, but no, thank you.
It's a great cast, though, Gr. Great cast, right?
I can't argue that the cast is great.
Yeah,
but I don't really want to see three more zombie movies or whatever they're called in this one.
Yeah, they're not zombies. It's a pathogen. It's a whole thing. It's a virus.
They're
but
not zombies.
I know Alexi will die on the stake. She'll die.
I will die on a stake.
She'll die on this. Yeah, I get it because they're shooting on iPhones. It's cheaper, probably. The production budget is probably fucking super cheap. Round of applause for you guys being smart about it. Everybody's shooting on iPhones these days. And Danny Boyle is like, I'm loving it. But I'm just not sold. Angela, did you like these movies at all? Do you think we should get 3 more? Is this genius? Is this genius mastermind plot to dominate the theaters again and bring people back to the movies? Or is this just going to be like wet popcorn fart that makes some money and makes it back and has a great time in the summer?
Probably the latter of that. Popcorn fart. Yeah. I mean, I think everyone's, they play upon, it's the franchise, right? So they just play upon that, and everyone just kind of like, ooh, let's go see what it is. It's just a moneymaker. Like, it might be, might not be, might be an epic fail.
I was really hoping you'd be super excited about this, Angela. I was hoping you were going to be like, I can't wait for this movie. Give me 3, 5, 6 more.
I know. I mean, some of them start to wear out a bit. Like, I mean, I'll probably watch it if it like shows up on a streamer or something, or on like, let's just say a broadcast network. That's kind of hilarious. Which it won't, but yeah, no, I don't know. I like Cillian Murphy.
He's great.
It's really good. Yeah. I'm like, I don't obviously have a really intense feeling about this, but I mean, I like, Fines is really good. Post, apocalyptic, zombie films, like who doesn't like them, right?
They're fun. They're fun popcorn movies. You go there and
Yeah,
watch people like,
they're fun popcorn.
brains.
They're mindless. You could like write a paper while you're doing it and like watch it. You could just do something like a million different things, but maybe you would actually intensely watch it. But I don't know. I'm just like whatever. I mean, I think could be good, right? Like maybe if the trailer, when it's out or something, I could be like, all right, let's.
Which I bet it'll come soon.
Yeah, I mean, I like Ralph Fiennes, I like Cillian Murphy. I like so if they're in it, and possibility could be really good. So I mean, we're kind of a question mark right now.
We're very excited about this right now, aren't we, Angela? We're very excited. The chat's excited. We're excited. Everyone's fucking flying off their hinges right now. 28, yeah, let's go. Yeah, 28, team 28 right here, right? Yeah, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, 28 years later, let's go. Let's fucking go, right, Angel? Flop.
There's what our viewers think, Brian.
Flop it up. That's what they're saying.
They saying flop?
Captain Floppy in here.
So many bombs, it's hard to keep them. Oh, that was way up there. What are they saying?
Incoming flop.
Okay, incoming. All right, yeah.
Lexi, what's Captain Bobbin think your duck about this is?
Well, first of all, I would like to say there are 2 movies I could think of off the top of my head that are about real zombies: Serpent and the Rainbow, which is a terrible film, and White
Never
Zombie,
seen that.
which is like the original, like the print was lost for years. I think they finally found it, but like those are real zombies, which that goes back to the Haitian lore, is what I think they're asking for if they're looking for real zombies. There's not a lot of Haitian zombie films.
Lab zombies. This is from
lab zombies are the Romero created. George Romero is responsible for the modern day zombie. He's the creator of that in a lot of plays. And 28 Days Later is not a remake of Day of the Dead. You are quite wrong, sir. Quite wrong. Because Day of the Dead is about zombies, and 28 Days Later is a virus film because nobody stays alive with this virus in them. They die. It's the second film's about them starving and letting them starve off and die in the fields and stuff. So when you have the rage virus, you live. Like, you're alive. You're just insane, and like it's like rabies.
Eating brains and shit, right?
No, you just have rabies. Like, you just run at people and attack them. Like, it's literally just rabies. That's all it is. Like,
that's
it's like
GR Saturday night.
Because like I mean, the virus takes, I think they say, like 15 seconds to completely infect you. So once it's in you, like, it infects you, and you're just like off the balls, and it makes you just like, it's literally just like a heightened rabies where you're just like through the roof insane, like, and it makes your blood go really super hot, and you just run and like go at anything that's around you, and you're not really eating, you're just ripping at anything that's around you, I think is really what it is. But regardless of that, I think the first film was a very unique film. Boyle, was the first person to shoot on digital film. He was like one of the first people to shoot a film digitally like that. And I think the thing that sucks about it is that shooting digitally dates your film. I've noticed, like, when you go back and watch the original now, it doesn't look very good. Like, it really doesn't hold up as far as like the quality of the film. Even like, I have a Blu-ray of these movies, and
film always holds up better, Lexi. Film always holds up better.
It's one of those things, like those old early days, like those early digital films. Because this is, by the way, it's a 2000s film, Brian, not a 90s film.
I know. It might as well be 90s to me.
I'm just going to correct all over. But regardless of that, no, it's fine. But like, I noticed like all those early 2000s digital films people shot when they were getting like crazy and pirating, like, guerrilla film, I'm going to shoot on digital. There was a lot of like cool things about that, and I really respect everybody who started out on the digital film, because nobody wanted to do it in Hollywood, and those people are the reason that we now shoot on red cameras and things like that, and the digital renaissance that we have with film is because of all of these people. But those early
that's why he's doing the iPhone though too. That's why he says he's doing an iPhone so he can revolutionize the iPhone for
look
film.
like shit.
That's what he's saying.
Like that's the thing. It's gonna date the film. So like shoot them on reds and then like say that it is an iPhone or say it looks like an iPhone or something like that. Like you can't just like, I know that these phones look good. Those phones, it's like having a phone that has the quality that it does in the modern age is what's beautiful for everyone. It allows everyone to be a content creator. It opens a door to everybody to make TikToks, and it allows everybody to shoot everything in 4K, and allows everybody to like really upload high quality content onto the internet. And that's a beautiful thing about that. But as far as a filmmaker is concerned, please shoot on like a higher grade camera, unless you're literally like Jacob right now, who's shooting his indie film, and he's got like very, very low budget, and he doesn't have a whole lot to work with. Then I respect him shooting on that, and I respect the formats that he has to work with. Or like, I guess you can say like, I'm trying something different, or you're doing something like Unfriended, where you're like, I'm going to shoot this entire film and make it look like it's all done on like internet chat or something like that. Like, I think there's a uniqueness to that. But I think specifically shooting 28 years later and doing the whole thing on iPhones is just so gimmicky and so unnecessary. And I think that Apple having a hand in that is really what it comes down to, and all that kind of stuff. And I think,
come on, Lexi, we're fucking stoked here. We're jumping up and down for this shit, right? We're fucking having a marathon.
Well, I mean, I'm probably the biggest fan of all of these, and I would even say like they're okay. Like they're not even my favorites, and I'm pretty okay with them. Like, I like the first one and I like the second one. I think the second one was very competent at taking the ideas presented in the first film and giving us a completely unique direction to go with it, while, still staying cohesive to the story. And I really liked the idea of them building the walls around chunks of the city and letting people die and then going in and cleaning that out. But I feel like, I also think for cohesion's sake, it should have been 28 days, 28 weeks, 28 months. And that it should only be. And I think there should only be 3 films. And I think a third one should have come out after the third one years ago, when it was relevant in the zombie craze. And that you really should have cashed in when the zombie craze was either like at the end of its life or dying out or something like that, instead of trying
shit's gone now. It's gone.
But now I don't know who your market is, because the second film did poorly. And people really don't like the second film. Like, I know there's a genuine like disdain for the second film, and I know, and that's okay. Like, I don't even have a problem with people not liking this. Like, I'm like, I see why you don't like it. Like, I see that what you were looking for from the first film is completely not there in this film. I think its focus on the children is not really like what people want. I know there's not really a lot there for fans of the first film to gravitate to for the second film. But I also think that the first film, if you really go back and pay attention to it, it lags so much in spots. It's very much a slice of life film. There are so many scenes of them just driving in cars, like waving their hands at the cars, or so many scenes of them just like hanging out in buildings and stuff. And I think it creates a beautiful like ambiance of like what an empty world is like. But I think that the ending sequence drags. I think there's a lot of spots that drag. I think it drags as a film. I think that it's fun and there's some interesting concepts and ideas, but that it's not the best in that genre of any sort. And as a fan,
does Ray Fiennes bring good stuff? Does Ray Fiennes save the genre though? I mean, you got your favorite person, Lord Voldemort here, Lexi.
I think all the actors are competent in it. I mean, my favorite characters in the first film were the dad and the daughter. Before the dad gets infected, I think that whole scene is beautiful. Like, he's like, "Get away from me," and all that. I think that that's much better than basically Rick Grimes 1.0.
Walking. I want to go to Walking fucking Dead. That shit's fucking.
But don't tell me that they didn't base Rick Grimes off of that character from that movie. Like,
100%.
100% where they got it from. I'm like, so it's just like, I don't know. It gets passe at this point. There's too many things that have been, and then you want to make 3 of them, and like, what do you even?
3 of them.
3 of them, and I'm like, I don't think these movies have the speed in them for 3 of them. Even though these zombies,
it's like they paid for one, and they got 2 for free. That's what it feels like. We got a coupon. Make one 28 years later, get 2 for free for that, or maybe half the price of one.
Why can't anything in this modern age be like a standalone? Why can't there ever just be standalone films? Or like, if you are gonna make another one, make a sequel. Like, no one ever gears up to bring anything back and say like, we're just gonna do one more. It's always like, oh, we're gonna make 7 of them.
I really thought it'd be one more. I thought it'd be one more, one and done. You know what I mean?
I remember when we talked about this the first time. Like, I remember you brought this up a long time ago, and I was like, okay, I could be.
And
here
they secretly shot 2. I was like, what the fuck? And then Ray Fiennes just goes, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm dropping the ball. Boom. We're getting 2 right away. And it'll probably come 6 months later. And then the next one will come after Thirsty Daddy opens his wallet and pays for the third one. Because I keep telling him, you know, you can't just tease these motherfuckers, GR. You can't just tease them. You got to pay. You got to pay once in a while.
I was just going to show up with his old iPhone and be like, here you go, guys. Get to work.
Hey, I refuse to own an iPhone. That'll be original.
He does the bump. He does the bump. You have to pump fists together, and the money does a transaction like this while you're holding your phone. Remember that shit? Fucking bump. That's what GR does.
Yeah, I got a few old phones we could use.
Oh my God.
Give him the flip phone. Be like, there you go, bud.
There you go.
Thirsty Daddy's in business, everybody. You got to watch out. GR, you're not going to see this, right? Or are you going to see this?
I'm no fucking way to watch this piece of crap.
All right, Angela, you going to see this?
TBD, man. Maybe.
3? You gonna watch 3?
Maybe. I don't know.
Can it make its money back? Will they do a third one? I think there'll be the first one will do bad, and so that they have to release the second one, right? Is there a world where the third one doesn't ever comes out?
Maybe. Highly possible. Yeah. I mean, it's again TBD on what happens with the first, and then I think they'll figure out what to do from there. Like, oh crap, this didn't work out. Let's put the second one on, and then
let's swoop it off into the distance.
Yeah, I mean, they seem to keep coming with them. So I don't know.
I'll play devil's advocate. This is gonna make a fucking $1 billion, and we're gonna have we're gonna have 2 and 3 and 3 more after that. I mean, I don't think so, but I mean,
maybe like 10 more, like 15 more, and
honestly, the budget's probably fucking cheap for this. So who knows? Shaun of the Dead's the best fucking movie ever. Shaun of the Dead is one of the best movies ever. Having such a good time, having a ball. Yeah, Angela's so excited about this. She's gonna take a nap. But 3, not 1, not 2, but 3. Freaking 28 years later are coming, and we're being lazy about it. We're doing 28 years later 2 or 3, 20 years later 2, and then 3. We're not even having fun with the thing. Not even 28 decades later or 28 centuries later. We're just gonna fucking go. The Dodgers, did they win, GR?
Yep.
Dodgers won, everybody.
Tomorrow is sweep night.
And also 28 years later, it's sweeping the theaters. Anyways, everybody, we're way over. We've been hanging out for a long time. Thanks for being here. Kruse Control, as always, appreciate you. Happy Monday. We appreciate you. We love you. We go for walks in fantastic floral fields with you because you're our friends, and we appreciate you joining us on Kruse Control, in and out, roundabout, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Thank you. It's your first time Kruse Control. Appreciate you. Please like and subscribe. Please subscribe. Numbers are going up. Thank you for being here as always, and it's fucking Monday. It's Monday, and I thank you for sticking around. Over 362 of you, and it's gonna be a great rest of the week. It's early. We're Halloween week. Everybody, get pumped, get jazzed, get roundabout, peppy. Because if you don't, he might eat your finger, or he'll come over your house and he'll make you do what, Peppy?
You pick my shit up.
He'll make you pick your shit up. That's what happens. So. Mr. Thirsty Daddy, GR Waters. Thank you for being on Kruse Control as always. Appreciate you having a great time, GR. Love you. Give the world
Brian, I love this place.
Give the world like your biggest point of advice in your whole life right now.
Avoid these last movies. You don't want to waste 6 hours of your life watching that crap.
Good point, GR. Good point. Thanks for being here, GR, as always. Miss Lexi Koval, thank you so much for being here, Lexi. As always, appreciate you. Happy Monday. Hope you had a great time. Tell the world what kind of flower is the best one when you're about to make love.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, to be continued. To be continued.
Come on, bro.
Can I say real quick though? if you want to donate to our trip, to Vegas, we still have our donation up. So that'll be up until I think we leave on the 11th. So if anybody still wants to donate to that, sorry to cut you off. Also, I'm a big fan of tulips because you can always put tulips on an organ.
That was pretty good. Lexi. Thank you. And Miss Angela, yeah, please everybody, if you can, I'll put it in the chat, the link too. Appreciate you. Miss Angela Costello, thank you, Angela, as always. Thank you for being a Kruse Control. Appreciate you. Hope you had a great time. Happy Monday!
Happy Monday! Good times. Good.
Hope you had a great time. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here. I had a few drinks tonight, guys. I did. I'm sorry. It happened. It's Monday.
What?
Starting the week off right.
Okay,
MrBeast pissed me off. It just pissed me off.
He always
that guy.
pisses me off. I fucking hate him.
Fuck that guy. What do you do?
You couldn't tell, Lexi. You hit it well.
Allegations are a motherfucker. But thank you all for being here as always. Appreciate you. Hope you had a great time. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. We're back on Wednesday. I'll wear a costume. I'll probably wear my Maverick costume. It's just easy. It's breezy. And it's full of fun.
You all better have costumes on.
It's got to be. Mike Casey is going to be a toaster. I can't wait. The brave little toaster.
Fantastic.
Happy will be a chinchilla. It's going to be crazy, guys. GR's going to be a Pop-Tart. It's going to be fucking nuts.
Who knows? Who knows what I'll be?
Angela's going to be a mermaid. It's going to be crazy. I'm excited about it.
Yeah. What?
Or Barbie. I don't know.
Pretty woman. That's what you'll be.
Yep.
What will I be?
A pretty woman.
And GR will be thirsty. He'll be fucking thirsty as always.
Hell
right,
yeah.
GR?
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Watch out for that fucking tongue, everybody. Especially on a Friday.
It'll be the costume that I always used to wear, Drunk Canadian.
Put that tongue away, GR. I'll call along on you.
I'll put it.
Anyways, everybody, thank you for being a Kruse Control. As always, appreciate you. Happy Monday. Please like and subscribe. We'll see you back on fucking Wednesday. Until then, you gotta tell your friends, your family, your uncles, your aunts, your grandmas, your grandpas, your great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmas and grandparents that came down from Halloween. They were on Neptune, Pluto. They were in Halloween Town. That's fucking crazy. They popped in the real world. They subscribed. You can subscribe too. They had chinchillas in their pockets. They popped out. They nipped in your penis. That's crazy. That's fine because they subscribed. And the beavers and the bears and all the koala bears and all of them are super lions along with them. Oh my God. Watch out for those gophers. They're fucking nuts. They dig in your underpants. I don't know what they find there. They find subscribers and that's fucking cool. And they subscribe and you can subscribe too. You watch out because down the street, oh my God, here come the squirrels. Blip, blip, blip. They're fucking each other and they're subscribing all together. It's like a fucking chinchilla circus with squirrels. It's crazy. It's like a training squirrels. They love us so much and love you too. And they subscribe. It's funny. The post people so many work. Fucking take pictures. They post them on Instagram. Follow them at InstagramSquirrelNuts.com. It's fucking fantastic. You can see all the fucking stuff. It's nuts. And then also they also have that thing called Instagram Squirrel Nuts Train 22 times 5 with Peppy. It's fucking nuts. Anyways, have a good time, everybody. I love you. Enjoy the rest of your week. We'll see you back on Wednesday for a Halloween special edition. It'll be spooky, spectacular, fantastical, and watch out for the glowing in dark underwear because that's just, it's just trouble. It can be fun. It's like a beacon, but it's trouble. And everybody have a great time. We'll see you back on Wednesday. Take care of yourself. Please, please, please. Steam your underwear because it's a big night on Wednesday. It's a big night. Anyways, until then, watch out. GR's got the email coming your way. Comes down to GR steamed underwear, glows in the dark. It's also fabric and it's dryer safe. Have a good night. Until Wednesday. See ya.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pep Star needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.
I'm back. I didn't change the end card, so watch out.